Are you bastards ready to rock?
Opie and Anthony.
And you actually find them rubbing the feces on the wall.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Psychotic apes.
Is this for shock factor?
Oh, my God!
And welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Outplaying. What's up, man?
Oh. Couple phone numbers. New York area. 877-692-1027. Anywhere else, including Cleveland, Sacramento, Dallas, Chicago, Washington, Boston, Philadelphia. Woo! Columbus.
Like the AIDS, we are.
Buffalo.
Like the AIDS.
I said Rochester, right?
Yes.
Seattle, right?
I don't think you said Seattle.
San Francisco, Portland.
Right.
Probably missed somebody in there. I apologize. 866-277-4WOW.
And stay tuned. Some new ones popping up soon that we can all have fun.
Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! Ah, yes, Vegas. Yep, I'm hearing things.
Home of the mothers of all casinos.
Viva!
High-class hookers. I can't wait.
I can't wait because there's a morning show in Vegas.
Yeah.
That just completely took WOW and made it their own.
Yeah, they were, I gotta give them this, though. I think they were one of the first few shows to steal WOW. So if you give them that for originality, maybe they're doing all right.
And I want to applaud the faithful listeners, the O&A Army. They've been pounding these guys for well over a year, saying, hey, man, who are you kidding? And now
wait.
We'll be on in Vegas to tell everyone where they got their cute little idea from.
That'll be fun.
Anyway, if you're in another city and you want in on the show today, 866-277-4WOW, all right? Lots to do today.
Boy, did you see the bombs dropping and stuff and the war? It was, oh, no, that's right, neither did I.
You know, I've given up turning on the TV in the morning.
Have you?
Because I know it's going to be the same old thing.
Yeah, didn't you, like, run to the TV in the morning and turn it on and just expect to see that infrared shot of tracer rounds? And
let me take you through it real fast, okay? Disaster, 1.9 miles to our right here, right?
Right. 1.2 miles.
1.9.
1.9?
I'm keeping with the formula.
Okay, 1.9 miles.
1.9 miles to my right.
Are we moving or is the location moving? Because I want to know if the location's going to be north of us soon or are we going to be somewhere in the river?
I'm following the formula that we came up with yesterday.
Okay.
All I know is I was wrong when I said it was 3 miles, and I was wrong when I said it was 2 miles to our right. It is 1.9 miles to my right.
There you go, 1.9 miles away.
Just following the formula.
Okay.
So all hell breaks loose, and trust me, we have not forgotten. What Ant and I are trying to do is what we call a little distraction, trying to give you a few chuckles.
There you go.
Because it's still as painful as it was September 11th, trust me. You see it everywhere you go in Manhattan.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll be completely honest with you. It is indeed as painful for those that lost people and for the city itself. But I'm starting to sense people aren't forgetting, but they're getting used to it. They're sucking it up and moving on. And if that goes on too long, we're screwed. Because then we won't do anything, and it'll, maybe another 8 years will go by or something, but then, poof, it happens again.
You make a good point, so let me walk you through it. So September 11 happens, right? Mm-hmm. What did everyone do right off the bat? They were watching...
Freaked out, lost their minds.
When they weren't listening to our lovely radio show...
Yes.
Everyone was watching TV around the clock. You were watching so much TV that you felt like, you know what, I have to keep the TV on even when I'm sleeping, just in case.
Just in case.
Because we are going to bomb any second.
Oh, silly us thinking that.
So then a few days go by, and you're like, okay, well, all right. Well, I guess I could turn the TV off when I try to get, maybe 6 hours sleep. Because no one's sleeping in the tri-state area. You're sleeping with half an eye open, at best. So then you would run downstairs or wherever your TV is as soon as you woke up and turn it on to see if anything was happening.
Mm-hmm.
So you did that for about a week to 10 days. Now we're at the stage where I'm not even running to turn on the TV in the morning because I just know nothing is happening.
And if you've noticed, your news stations, maybe your local radio,
slowly but surely,
slowly getting the goofy stories in.
Right, they're going back to regular news. They're starting to they're starting to talk about Gary Condit a little bit. Yeah. They're starting to talk about that bitch of a mom that drowned her kids in Texas.
Yeah, and Hollywood news.
Starting to talk about how we shouldn't execute retards.
Yeah, that's another issue. But slowly, things just, we get back to our normal lives. The upside is, hey, we got back to our normal lives. The downside, this hasn't been resolved yet. And this war on terrorism isn't a war. Don't call it a war. It's some kind of a red tape-ridden, politically correct, fake war.
I think at this point it's called an inconvenience.
Yeah, something akin to an inconvenience, sure. It's nothing. We're not doing anything, and it's frustrating. It really is, because we'll just settle back down. Before you know it, 7-8 years is a long time. We had 93, the World Trade Center bombing, and then 8 years go by, 7-8 years go by, and then everyone forgot. The security goes back to the way it was. Everyone just goes about their business. You remember it as being a horrible thing that happened a while ago.
Well,
and then it happens again because we didn't do anything.
And let's make no mistake about it. Next time is going to be 10 times as worse. Oh, that's hard to imagine right now, sure. But the next time, it will be biological weapons. It will be maybe a nuclear bomb, whatever, anthrax, all that crap.
How horrible was it?
Because these things have to keep escalating, okay?
Right.
Because now if they, this is how we think as human beings, and I'm going to be very careful how I say this, but if they, knock down a building on the Upper East Side here in Manhattan, and it was only 40 stories...
we already saw 2 huge ones.
Right, we're barely going to blink.
You are so right.
We're barely going to blink. We're going to be, that sucks, but hey, man, it didn't compare to this mess on September 11th. Then the terrorists know that, and the next time it's going to be even uglier.
Do you remember the 1993 bombing of the World Trade Center? And how awful it looked with the smoke and the people coming out with the rags on their face, and you're like, oh my God, they struck us at home. This is horrible. It was probably the worst international act of terrorism that you could imagine.
And it freaked everyone out in Manhattan. Just like we're thinking now. Everyone was completely freaked, and thank God not many people died.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad that you have to say, thank God not many people died.
Yeah.
But that was the case back then.
And then you might have had some conversations with people going, it could be worse. It could be worse. What would happen if you just off the top of your head said something like they flew planes into the World Trade Center and they fell down, you'd be like, stop it. Nah, I can understand the Ryder truck full of explosives in there, but the tower didn't come down. It was horrible and all, but you couldn't possibly conceive that could happen, right?
Right.
Well, it happened. So now every other horrific vision you have for terrorism is up for grabs. Anything can happen. Anything. Doesn't matter now.
Right.
So we have to act now. If you want to sit there and be happy for maybe another 5-7 years, something like that, fine. We do nothing. We might even get 5-7 years out of it, of sitting there with nothing really happening. Maybe. Could happen. But mark my words, we don't do something huge, they will be back worse than what we just saw. You don't think it's possible? Huh. Yeah.
We didn't think the Twin Tower thing was possible.
You think 7,000 people dead is rough? Hell yeah, it is. How about tenfold? How about 70? How about 700? How about millions? How would you like to then sit there and go, why did millions of Americans die from disease or whatever the hell they spring on us next? Because we sat back and really fell into this complacency. Well, unless we do something huge, it's going to happen again.
If I was the president, I would go on TV right now, and I would talk to the terrorists and these countries that harbor the terrorists, and I would say this. One more terrorist attack on American soil, we nuke your country.
That's good.
No ends, ifs, or buts.
That's good.
And just say, hey, you want to play? We'll play.
What the hell is
one more terrorist attack, and we could prove that it came from Afghanistan, where you guys were harboring the terrorists. We completely nuke your country.
Right. No political correctness, No worrying about what country we're offending or turning off as an ally. We're past that. They talk about this new war. The old war depended on things like allies and whatnot. You see a new war? This is about the United States of America and a couple of our very closest allies. We can't go out trying to bargain with Saudi Arabia when we're talking about eliminating people that they're very close to in a lot of ways. It ain't going to work. What we got to do is suck it up. Take the inconveniences and sacrifices that'll be made because of this. And you know something? I'm one of the worst people when it comes to that. But if it's for action and I see something coming out of it, I'm fine with it. And everyone else should be.
Well, Anthony, some good news came about today, though. Jesse Jackson will be representing the United States.
When did anyone vote for Jesse Jackson? Why does this son of a bitch feel that he's got to traipse off to whatever country we're having a problem with or whatever people we're having a problem with and talk peace and bring people back and do things? I'm an American citizen. I don't want Jesse Jackson going over there because this isn't open for discussion. These are people that you don't talk with. We're beyond that. I'm tired of hearing the people that are up in arms saying, we can't, haven't we seen enough violence? There's got to be peaceful means of solving this. There isn't. We weren't doing anything when they did this to us. And we were not doing anything.
And we have seen enough violence, and that's why we got to take care of it now so this doesn't happen again.
We'll see more. You know why? It has come down to this. They die or we die. Pick one.
At this point, I'm convinced there will be another terrorist attack on American soil before we do anything. I'm convinced of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Convinced. Every day, I'm on the edge of my seat on the train as I come into Manhattan going, okay, where is it going to happen? Is it going to be this train? Is it going to be this tunnel? Is it going to be this bridge? Where's it going to happen?
Yeah.
I give major props to the NYPD and the FBI and all those people out there making sure that nothing does happen in this city because I know they're working their balls off.
Yeah.
You can tell they're just freaked out when you pass these checkpoints.
Yeah, well, they got their work cut out for them.
They're checking
it's an almost impossible task.
They're checking every truck that comes in and out of Manhattan. And I was talking to Sandy because they were showing some of the checkpoints. You can't check the whole truck.
No.
They're opening up the back, and it's just packed with boxes.
Yeah.
So what are they going to empty out the whole load on the street?
Well, they're
doing the best they can, but there's no guarantee.
This isn't. These spot checks aren't to find people with things. They are to stop people from trying to do something.
I understand, to deter.
It's not to find. They're not going to pull a truck over and find one of those fertilizer bombs in there or something. It's to make the people that would want to do something like that think, hey, they're really checking a lot of this stuff.
All right, well, how long can they do this, though?
They cannot do this forever.
No.
That's why I'm saying in a few years, if they do it 5 years, it would be so long. We would not do it for 5 years.
And knowing the tolerance of the average New Yorker.
Yeah.
And the tolerance of the average American, it's going to last tops a couple months. Tops.
Yeah. I think until they clean up Lower Manhattan and it's open to the public again, and then we're back to business as usual. Unless we do something quickly, internationally, we're so screwed. You people, I hear it all the time that we have to talk. We have to diplomatically solve this. Enough with the war. There's no talking to them. They hate America. Part of their the twisted version of their religion, these extremists, is to hate Americans. That's what they do. Like you pray to God on your churches, in your churches, synagogues, and whatever. They hate Americans. It's part of their religion. The fanatical versions of these religions. I'm saying, not all of them.
They hate us. They don't want our land.
They don't want. It doesn't matter.
People
they
don't
want
understand
us
that.
Gone.
They don't want our land.
You can't talk to someone that wants you eliminated from the earth, that feels you are against their God. You can't reason with them. It's not like you sit down and talk at a peace table with a country about land or about troops being stationed somewhere, about missiles being deployed somewhere. It's a group of people that want you dead. And the only thing they want is you dead. How do you talk to them? There's no talking. It's they die or we die. That's the only choices that are left here. It's not like a diplomatic solution is open. It's not like we can't kill them. My God, there's been enough killing. Because if we don't, then more of us die. You want that? I don't.
Tony, what's going on?
What's up, Owen?
Hey, boy.
Haven't called in a while. Dude, what? All right, I got nothing against Jesse Jackson, but what the hell is he going to do over there? Give him a lesson in morality?
Yeah.
You know, how to not get your mistress pregnant, how to not pay child support. You know, how are these people going to take him seriously? Know what I mean? No, like Anthony said, never mind dropping rocks. Turn that place into a goddamn parking lot.
Hey, he's got something in common with the Afghanistans. They both don't know how to treat their women, so. Yeah, but
Later, guys. Have a good one.
Right,
here's Ray checking in on instant feedback. Since you want blood, whose blood do we spill? Just kill some Arabs to get even? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you effing tool.
I think we're a little more educated than that, Ray.
It is. That is what the terrorists want, and you idiots are pandering to them. The terrorists want all-out war. Stick to the boob jokes and leave politics and military action to politicians and generals. There could be all kinds of stuff happening, and you don't know about it. Special ops are in.
Well,
yeah, you know, Ray, that special ops are in. Shut up. There are reports that the British SAS have been having firefights with Taliban militia.
And now
and Ray knows about
and
this.
now one person has leaked this to the media.
I guess you're forgetting.
Idiot.
I guess you're forgetting that the U.S. needs oil to make our SUVs and planes go. Starting a war with Arabs would be bad for everyone. With all Arabs. Did we say, first of all, start a war with all Arabs, Ray, you dick? No. Did we say just kill some Arabs and get it even? Are you listening to this show, you friggin' idiot?
We said a few days ago that most likely it's going to be Americans, Jews, Catholics. I shouldn't have said Americans. Jews, Catholics, and Muslims and the Arab community fighting alongside us.
Smorgasbord. You idiot jerk off. If you listened, I'll say it one more time for you because you're friggin' retarded. What I said is, there are countries out there, not all Arab countries, dick, that are backing terrorists. We've known about this for years. Their government doesn't care. We've done nothing about it. Now is the time to punish these countries, the governments that run them, and kill them for sponsoring these terrorists. Not all of the Arab countries, dickbag. We got oil. We got oil in Kuwait. We bailed them out. There you go. There's our oil. Are we going to bomb Kuwait? They're Arabs over there. Huh? Did I say that, Ray, you ass? Jesus Christ. Do you listen?
Why is Earl in the studio?
Earl, how's your brother Jesse doing?
Not good.
Why in God's name would Jesse Jackson go over and speak with the Taliban, who you could pop up videos on websites showing them cutting the throats of their opponents in stadiums. They have stadiums there. They fill them with people. This isn't this urban legend stuff that goes around. We've seen videos of this where they go in the middle of the arena, they line people up, either shoot them in the head, or my favorite, they pin people down, where 3 people hold the legs, the arms down, and another holds the head, and like he's cutting a roast, cuts the guy right to the spine, cuts through his neck right to the spine, as he's writhing around trying to get away for the 2 seconds he has energy. That's the type of government that he now feels he could go over and reason with.
They also beat their women in the streets openly.
Oh, yeah.
They had some footage of that on Larry King last night.
Well, she's a horse. She's showing her ankle or something.
Yeah, just beat the living crap out of the women right on the streets.
Ray, you dick. Sorry, get that in again.
Earl, that's all you want to say?
No, I mean, I was just getting facts on all of it, and just about everyone that supports him is telling him, don't do this. Everyone is saying, don't do this. And he said he was invited by the government.
Well, good. I hope he stays over
What
there.
if they hold him hostage, and now we got to deal with a hostage Jesse?
I don't think he's going to go.
Imagine that.
I mean, the Bush administration has said they will not support it, and they might go as far as revoke his passport.
All right.
So he wouldn't be able to go.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Reverend Jesse Jackson, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony.
Shut up.
That's real.
I know.
Who got that for us?
YSP
in
got it.
Philadelphia. Yeah, right on.
We don't have the version where he says YSP, just
We have.
I mean, everyone knows where we got it from, and I just want to see him say, "Wild Pea." Y'all listen to Wild Pea.
Stay out the bushes.
Hi, this is Reverend Jesse Jackson, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony on 94 WYSP.
Get out of here. Dick.
Anyway, we got a couple goof songs. Because we are here to try to make you chuckle a little bit.
There you go. I'm stepping off of my soapbox.
Yeah, that's today's rant.
Yeah.
I think it's very healthy to have one a day, right?
Of course.
I apologize. Oh, wait, we do know who did this one. Where's the other one? Deo? Yeah. Do we know who did the Deo one? Yeah, I apologize. Someone sent this in, and it's worth spinning once or twice, so.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Air Force come and they flatten your home. Run, Mr. Taliban, we know where you're hiding. Air Force come and they flatten your home. Hey, USA, 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 oh. Uncle Sam come and they flatten your home. 60 foot, 70 foot, 80 foot crater. Air Force come and they flatten your home. Old Uncle Sam's pissed, he ain't no Quaker. Air Force come and they flatten your home. When we finish, you all be crying. Air Force come and they flatten your home. Pilot his brother of New York fireman. Air Force come and they flatten your home.
There you go. Who sent that in? Big John? Thank you, Big John, for helping out the show today. All right, and why don't we take our first break, okay?
All right.
Listen, man, everyone's calling like crazy. Just stay on hold. We'll go to the phones next, okay? Right around the corner, too, Al Snow from the WWF is coming in. I guess the last episode of Tough Enough is on MTV tonight, I believe. Oh. And he's going to talk about that and other things. So
Stay out the bushes.
We love Al Snow. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Also, one of our faves is coming in today, Mario Cantone.
Mario, cool.
Stay there.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Opie and Anthony.
The Robert Downey Jr.'s of radio.
Right.
We can't leave anything alone. Let's hear a mother-daughter queef over the phone.
You pick artistic subjects.
Opie and Anthony.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. A little taste of Godsmack, Black Magic from their latest CD.
Yeah.
CNN's doing a little thing right now. What will it take for you to fly again? How about a parachute and an escape hatch?
Well, George Bush got on TV and started saying, hey, we got to fly. Got to fly. Got to get the people back on the airplanes. But, you know, it was just recently signed. 2 Air Force generals now have carte blanche without ever talking to the president to shoot down any passenger aircraft that they deem a threat. Yeah, how about that? Don't even have to talk to the president anymore. They kind of gave him free rein. So if, say a transponder fails, no one knows where the plane's going, and then it goes off course, shoot her down.
You know, I'm supposed to fly soon.
Yeah.
I have a commitment, and I think I'm going to have to call and say I'm not coming.
Can you drive?
It's a long drive.
Yeah.
I am freaked out.
I still say fly. If I had somewhere to go, I'd fly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's
got
go.
A 4-day weekend. I'll fly. I'll go somewhere. What the hell?
Let's go to the phone and see what's going on. Brother Hemp from San Francisco.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
What's up?
Hey, I agree with you, man. We got to do something because history has shown appeasement just doesn't work.
Mm-mm.
And nothing, Anthony, during your daily rant yesterday, you said something about...
Brother Hemp?
Yeah.
I want to congratulate you.
For what?
You're the first person to ever use appeasement on our radio show.
Very nice.
Well, I watched the History Channel last
We've
night,
said episiotomy before.
We said
that's about as close as we've gotten.
Ben, is there anything we could send the fine brother from San Francisco for using the word appeasement on our show?
Yes.
Very nice. Look at us making believe we're intelligent. All Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What's up?
No
man?
problem. Anthony, yesterday at your daily rant, you're talking about the U.S. responded December 18th, 1941. What were you talking about?
Yeah, no, that was like a month later when we bombed the Marshalls. I was pissed.
So you weren't referring to the Doolittle raid then?
No, that was April 18th.
All right, just checking, because I was looking up on the history books and the net, and I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, Doolittle, April 18th. That was a nice one.
Yeah, it was.
Bombing Japan. Those bastards.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, there's a ballsy set of guys. Let me just briefly let you know about this, people. Jimmy Doolittle, back in World War II, he had 16 planes. They sent on a bombing run to Japan. Here's balls. We didn't have a lot of air bases near Japan, so they had enough fuel to get there. How the hell about that? They knew they had not enough fuel to get home, but they had 16 planes full of guys that decided they were going to go on this anyway and bomb the crap out of Japan for what they did to us at Pearl Harbor. And ditch the planes. They ditched the planes. A lot of them were killed, a lot of them taken prisoner. And some of them actually made it far enough away to ditch the plane and get back home. But that right there is America.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Is that cowardly?
Yeah, right?
Bill Maher? God, I can't wait to read in the paper that he is out of a job.
I know. He's such a
how
dick.
happy are you going to be, Anthony?
He's such a dick.
Hey, Brother Hemp, hold on the line. We're going to try to find you something, all right?
Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks for listening in San Francisco. All right, let's go to Jerome. Hey, Jerome, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
I just want to know if you had any idea about those big-ass wow signs that were in Boston the other day or yesterday. Cause,
all right, I got to bring this up because you guys have gone crazy for these bus signs. Anthony, you want to explain the wow thing? The wow campaign was hitting Boston once again.
Yeah.
We started wow up in Boston. We're back on the radio in Boston. So huge ad campaign. We were going to have Opie and Anthony wow. And then WBCN, the station we're on in Boston, all over the place, on the sides of buses, at the T-stops, all that fine stuff, on billboards. And the MBTA up there just wimped out because two people complained. And Dean Johnson, reporter up there, had a rat on us. Dean Johnson from the Boston Herald invented his own story to get us in trouble.
Made his own story and ratted us out.
Wait,
so the
quick.
yeah.
I got a quick thing to say.
Yeah.
I'm scared of Anthony.
Why?
Just because of his whole spiel today.
That is great.
Hey, that's how I feel. Screw you.
How weird do you... Usually they say they're scared of me.
Yeah, I know.
No, that kind of got me crazy.
Yeah, you're losing your effing mind, Anthony.
No, I can't take it anymore.
So a lot of these bus signs were up for, I think, 2 days.
Yep.
And the MBTA, they cracked under the pressure of two people complaining. And a stupid story from Dean Johnson, who has a dead animal on his head, who made up the stupid story. That's right, he's a pusa. So they had to get rid of these bus signs.
Yeah.
Turns out, I didn't know this, that these bus signs are huge wow stickers. Huge wow stickers. I thought they were like cardboard.
No, they're stickers. They stick them on the sides and on the backs of the buses.
So as a goof yesterday, we're like, well, let's hand these out all over Boston. And we didn't really advertise. And so BCN, they sent a van north, and they sent a van west of the city, down Route 9 there in the Framingham area. They gave away tons of them, and hundreds of people showed up.
See?
On a whim.
There you go.
So they're going to do that again next Wednesday. But this is the weird thing. Yeah. People are emailing us from all over the country. They all want one of these huge wow, just a huge wow sticker is what it comes out to be.
It's giant.
It's giant. Just imagine, I mean, we've all seen the sides of buses with the advertisements.
Yeah.
That's how big these things are. People are eating them up in Boston, and other people around the country are starting to call, WBCN, trying to figure out how they could get one as well.
Well, we might have to make some of those up ourselves.
The stop was too high. Like, it was too high north for me to get to.
I was talking to the gang in Boston before the show today, and they said, like, truck drivers were stopping by, grabbing these huge wow stickers and just slapping it on the back of their rigs.
That's great. That is great.
I imagine those things will be slapped all over Boston. So.
Hey, I want to complain about wow. I'm offended by it. Take it off your buses. They do good, Dave.
By the way, a question. If you go up on a billboard but no one notices, were you really up on that billboard?
Hey.
How pathetic. You go on a billboard for 10 days to try to raise $107,000. Howard goes on the air for 2 hours and raises $1.5 million. You loser.
Ouch.
He did one of your bits the other day. He started playing the songs. Kind of got annoying.
Who, Howard?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't rip anyone off, so let's just be careful about that.
No, I didn't say that. I just said that he did the whole, the song thing.
Yeah, we got a few more we're going to do today. But, Jerome, to answer your question,
right?
We're going to do it again this coming Wednesday in Boston, and we're going to advertise it a little better. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of people showing up to get these things. So.
No problem.
So just keep listening to the show, all right?
No problem. Thank you very much.
All right, man.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
See, the thing is, you hear a listener like that calls up and says, "Oh yeah, Howard was playing the tribute songs and goofing on them." But we're not going to sit here and go, "Oh man, we were doing that," because it's just something you would do if you're on the radio. You get these songs, everyone gets them. It's not like you're recording it off another show. These things are being handed out like the AIDS. They're everywhere, and you play them and goof on them. So to sit there and go, "Oh, that's a ripoff," is silly.
Of course he was going to goof on it. And of course we were going to goof on it.
Yeah.
Let's go to Psycho Tim. He's pretty much the general of the O&A Army in Boston.
Yeah,
Psycho
this guy's
Tim.
a lunatic.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Hey,
all right.
Just to correct you, they are handing out the cardboard signs from the back of the buses, but because BCN, such a great effing radio station, that Kid Cali promotion, had stickers made bigger for us to stick on stuff.
Like they're really big stickers, though, right?
They're huge. They're probably 2 to 3 times the size of the cardboard things that go in the back of the buses. Because BCN is the ballsiest radio station in Boston. That's why they do that. That's Cali and Oedipus and Chacho's guys. They made bigger stickers for us.
You know, it's not. This isn't even fair anymore. We are just completely destroying our old station. I was hoping we were going to get some kind of a fight, because we love fighting.
Yeah. No. Dave has instructed them over there. Dave Dickless has instructed them not to
talk,
not to tangle with us. Don't talk about us. Just ignore them, and they'll go away.
Just ignore them and let them walk all over us. Don't worry, but I have a plan.
Dave's strategy. Remember when he used to...
in Nebraska. Don't worry, guys. Let them walk all over you. But I will have a plan in the end.
Remember when he used to tell us to do the same thing?
Yeah.
And we were like,
we were the only ones that didn't listen.
We didn't listen, and we fought back, and we kicked ass up there. And now he's telling his boys to shut up, and what are they doing? You're shutting up, aren't you?
No, they're hiring police officers is what they're doing.
There you go.
Yeah, to protect their talent. Ooh, we're
gotta protect me.
You know, they had a guy jumping out of the woods to tackle me. You know, that's good.
Yeah,
it's radio. I don't need to be arrested for it. You know,
if you want to be seen on a billboard, be on a billboard that's seen. Like he's on a billboard. I swear to God, people send us pictures. He's on a billboard in the woods.
In the middle of the woods.
In the woods. In the wooden, is it? It's in the woods.
Yeah.
And now you're hiring cops and stuff. That's paranoia.
Yeah, we had the sticker giveaway yesterday a couple places. I mean, not we. BCN had the sticker. I was there. You know, there was no cops there.
You know, Tim, you're pretty much an employee of BCN at this point, so.
Great, wonderful.
You could say we.
Okay, well, I was just saying that, you know, we didn't have to have cops to show up because none of those pussy listeners from AF would ever show up, because we'd be on our private property where we'd have the rights.
Right.
Hey.
So that's the main problem those guys have.
All right, Tim. General Tim.
All right, guys.
General Tim from the O&A Army in Boston. Check it in.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Bye.
Is it true that the cops almost shot Rocco in the woods because they thought he was a bear?
Pluto.
Coming in from the dump.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Sounds like Dave Dickless has the same plan as George Bush. Let them walk all over us, and maybe they'll go away.
There it is.
I want to kill
you know
someone
something?
now.
This is a perfect example. You're absolutely right. Look what happens when they just sit there and don't fight back.
I mean, I'm going to bars
trounced.
picking fights because I'm so pumped up.
Hey, I'm on a billboard in the woods.
All right, take care. You guys
Great.
All right.
I'm in the woods. Hopefully the bunny rabbit will donate some money. Hey, what's going on? Dave, what should we do?
What a tool. Hey, where's Al Snow? He's not.
Is he here?
Almost here? Meaning he's upstairs on his way down? Yep. Oh, good. Larry, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's up?
You're on the radio, Larry.
I guess I just wanted to touch base with you. I don't think that your daily rant is a rant at all. I think it's just keeping them honest.
It was someone, I mean, somebody's got to keep saying this over and over, or else the idea of us retaliating and proving that this can happen will just fade away.
And you're absolutely right about putting the world on notice that the next time it happens, there's going to be an immediate reaction. We should have dropped...
Wait. No, Larry, immediate reaction. I said, simple as this, another terrorist attack on American soil. We announce this, we go on TV and say, we will nuke your country, no questions asked.
There you go.
I guess I'd modify that and say, let's drop a couple of neutron bombs instead of nuking them, because then we don't have to worry about the fallout, and we can have a whole set of targets previously identified, like these training bases in Afghanistan, and just vaporize them. And there's no fallout, and it turns into glass, and everyone knows ahead of time, if you screw with us, you're going to get paid.
The neutron bomb, remember that one? It kills the people but leaves the building standing. Why would you use that in Afghanistan?
No,
they already look like they've been bombed out.
It'll flatten the stuff, I guarantee you.
All right.
The thing I wanted to call you about was, you were talking earlier about the lack of action that the feds are doing right now. You know, down here in D.C., they've got an 8-lane highway blocked off still because it's a quarter mile from the Pentagon.
Oh, yeah.
There's absolutely no wreckage by it. It's very convenient now for I guess the law enforcement people to drive back and forth to Washington. But of the two major bridges that go from Virginia into D.C., one of them's effectively blocked off to rush hour traffic because they've decided that they want to keep this highway blocked off. And it's just insane. It's like...
Well, is there... maybe there's a reason. Maybe they need the highway to get some of the debris out?
There's no debris at all.
Because
it's literally a quarter mile from the Pentagon. Yeah. If they're worried about people seeing what they're doing, all they have to do is put up visual barriers.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Yeah, well...
You know,
Larry, you can't blame them. I mean, everyone is extra cautious at this point, you know?
Yeah, but I do blame them for not restoring normalcy. Everyone wants normalcy, but now they're saying, well, you all have to tolerate this rush hour traffic.
Right.
And it's like to prove that they're doing something when, in fact, they aren't doing a damn thing. They're just afraid to open the road up because they might have to close it again sometime in the future. And it's like, please, just put up the damn barricades and let people drive to and from work. Open up the airport. You know, the Washington National Airport has been closed since the 11th.
Yeah, well, they think it's a little too close to the Pentagon.
but when you're flying an airplane, we're talking the difference between 10 seconds and 50 seconds.
Well, that's a big difference.
Again, we're doing a lot of stuff.
40 seconds.
We're doing a lot of stuff that gets in the good guys' way, but we aren't doing jack against the bad guys.
Well, I am totally willing to just sit back and see what all this is about, the traffic jams, the roadblocks, everything else, security checks. If we're going to do something, then I'm fine with the inconvenience. If we're just going to sit back and fade back into what we were doing for 8 years, then there's a problem.
But there has to be a reason for it. We have to be countering something.
Exactly. So hopefully that's happening. Larry, thanks, man.
Keep them honest, guys.
All right.
Thanks, Larry.
Sorry about that, Al Snow.
Oh, that's quite all right.
We got Larry on the phone there. You
Very
got a little
intense.
long-winded. A lot of people have a lot to say these days.
Very intense individual.
Yeah. How you been, man?
I'm doing, as good as can be. How you been?
We're going to take a break. We're going to talk to Al Snow next.
Cool. We're taking a break now?
Yeah, Larry took up all your
Larry
time.
has got me on the edge, man. I am riled up, damn it.
Huge fan of Tough Enough, and we're going to talk about that next.
Yes, we are.
And I was able to catch up because MTV did one of those Tough Enough marathons.
You just can't get enough snow, can you?
I love Al Snow doing a great job
Always
with the
at
show.
least 12 inches when I arrive.
And if you want to talk to Al Snow, give us a call, okay? We'll be back. Someone, let me get this instant feedback. Give me the Ted Knight thing. I can't even find it now.
Ted Knight.
Yeah, somebody. We played this dueling Ted Knight thing yesterday, and someone wants to hear it again.
On Caddyshack again?
Aren't we always? Doesn't it seem like
Hello.
Caddyshack, always funny. Someone requested. Oh, here it is. Please replay Dueling Ted Knights. That's Fishguard Boy.
I have a personal request.
Yeah.
Could I please hear Jimmy Snuka?
Jimmy Snuka?
Please.
We'll do that next.
Okay. All right, when we come back.
I Ted Knighted it. Naked cowboy. Spalding, I want you at the golf course in 5 minutes. Chop, chop. Come on.
Come on in. We got to go back and forth.
Did you hear the one about the colored boy?
No. Go ahead.
No, I heard that one. That's a hoot.
Wait a second. You be Ted Knight. Wait. I almost said the wrong word. I screwed up. Who screwed up? I did. Okay. You be Ted Baxter. I'll be the guy from Too Close for Comfort.
It's easy to grin when your ship comes in and you've got the stock market beat, but the man that's worthwhile is the man that could smile when his shorts are too tight in the seat. Okay, Pookie, Chris in the boat.
Wait a second. I think Monroe wants to see the cowboy.
Monroe, naked cowboy, here. Now, Lou. Mary, Mer.
Thanks, Mayor.
Lou.
Well, there's radio, there's edgy, there's psychotic, and then there's O&A.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
You guys are an undisciplined child wielding ultimate power.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. If you're in the New York area, 877-692-1027. Anywhere else, please call us, 866-277-4WOW. In the studio, Anthony. Come on, Al Snow from the WWF.
Al Snow, yes.
Billy Baroo.
He loves Caddyshack like we do.
Yes.
And he's
There's no gambling at Bushwood, sir.
And he's the host of Tough Enough on MTV. Yep. Gotta tell you, you came in when the show first started.
Yeah.
And I was immediately hooked. I watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes. Very good concept. Do you want to explain it to people that might not be familiar with it?
Well, it was kind of like the Real World meets Survivor type of situation where take 13 kids who wanted to be WWF superstars, which was really kind of cool because this is what separated this show from any other reality show out there that you didn't see, and maybe that was the bad thing, but you didn't see people going on there humiliating themselves, degrading themselves just for money or just to be a TV star. And they wanted to do this. They wanted to pursue it as, it was a dream. So whether you were a wrestling fan or not, at least you could relate to that for those people out there who were at one time 19 or 20 and wanted to be a rock star or the most glamorous job of all, radio DJ.
Yeah.
And you didn't pursue your dream and now you're chained to your desk working 9 to 5. You can relate to this, whether you like wrestling or not.
Yeah.
And these kids come in, and then they try to, we'd start training them, and either they would quit because they found out.
Well, just like every other reality show that Anthony, every week someone had to leave.
Someone has to leave.
We were going to cut them, and damn it, we only got to cut 2.
Yeah, because what happened, every week someone was getting hurt to the point they had to quit. Or
they just walked out. The first 3 dropped. We lost 3 in 4 days.
Right. Wow. They just said that's it.
Yeah, we lost the big gassed up fellow, Jason. I'm so muscular.
Yeah.
And he was gone in 3 days.
Muscular.
And then the next day, the 2 chicks dropped.
Yeah, you got to understand, they would beat the crap out of these kids.
Yeah.
There was no pussyfooting around.
I wasn't doing anything more harsh than I would any other time.
Right.
I ran a same type of school for 7 years, and I didn't put these kids through anything different.
What was some of the toughest stuff that you would consider that... some of the tougher stuff that they had to go through that might have caused the people that left to wash out?
Getting up every day and going through it again and again and again.
Just knowing that you're going to have to be slammed down.
We were on the other day.
Just taking serious bumps over and over and over again.
Taylor, the one that's left, the one girl that's left, she said the other day, she said, we'd go home. It was like 9, 10 o'clock at night by the time we'd get home. She said, you'd stay up for 2 hours because you didn't want to go to bed because that meant you'd just get up that much quicker and start it all over again.
Geez.
And I went, wow,
that's a great way to look at it.
I didn't even realize that I was pushing you like that.
I want to feeling all beat up, and then you got to wake up and know that it's coming again.
I want to thank MTV because I was hooked on the show, and then something happened, and I didn't watch for like 5 or 6 weeks. And Stinky's a huge fan too. The guy answering the phones. MTV did a Tough Enough marathon this weekend, so I'm all caught up.
MTV and their marathons.
Yes.
It's like crack. Who said that on our show? Because it's so true. When they do like the real world marathons,
I ended up watching Making the Band. Right. And I'm thinking to myself, God, I've got to stop this.
Yeah.
Why am I watching?
Well,
Please.
when they do these marathons, like, I forgot who said it, because I don't want to
Mario Cantone.
Was it Mario? It's like, you sit there and you're like, one more,
right.
and then I'll get out of the house.
Stop.
One more.
Oh, that ended with like a little cliffhanger thing. I got to at least watch the beginning of the next episode.
And you started watching at 10 in the morning, and now you're like, well, I still want to, catch some sunlight. It's Sunday. It's a gorgeous afternoon.
Wasted the whole day.
All of a sudden,
watching O-Town.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it was sad. I'm sitting there watching. I started watching it, and I'm thinking, how much drama can there be? Oh, Joey showed up, and he knew the dance moves before I did. And I'm, get the hell off my TV. But I couldn't force myself to change the channel or get up and leave the house.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. It was like Satan had entered my abode. I could see Cerberus at the gates. I was going into hell. I had the coins on my eyes. I was traveling across the river Styx. I was going to O-Town hell.
O-Town hell.
O-Town hell.
See, but Ope got helped out with the marathon there.
Yeah, so now I'm caught up. I think you're down to 5 or
5.
3 guys, 2 girls.
Yep.
Nydia, Taylor.
Yep.
Chris, the Harvard guy.
Yep. Who I made go to
Yale.
How
pathetic am I, Aunt? Maven. And Josh.
Yeah.
The kid, he only weighs 135 pounds or something like that?
Yeah.
Wow,
he's still in, I tell you what, that kid has got so much heart. He's got so much passion, and the kid can out wrestle them all in the ring when it comes to actually performing in the ring.
Yeah, but WWF is going in that direction. A lot of smaller guys.
Yeah, so it's really, honest to God, it's anybody's race tonight.
You guys got Spike Dudley. I mean, how big is that guy?
Hey, he's not any bigger than Josh. But Josh is actually, I think, more talented.
Come on.
Seriously. Yeah, without a doubt.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. Josh is one of those rare ones that he can not only look good when he's in the ring, but he can make everybody else that he's in there with look better than what they really are.
Yeah, you took a liking to Josh.
I took a liking to them all.
Yeah, he's like the big brother.
But Josh,
I asked him off air though. I'm like, come on, tell me you don't want to do Nydia.
No, I want to do Josh. That way it looks big in his little hand.
One of the episodes. Oh, God, Jesus, man, you're hanging out with Mick Foley too much, bro. One of the episodes over the weekend, they were comparing their
where they were hitting the ropes. That was just from hitting the ropes.
That happens to all you guys?
Yeah.
They were comparing the marks that the ropes leave, Anthony.
Yeah,
just completely like raw chop meat.
I did that because it was entertaining to me. Honest to God, I didn't make them didn't make them put it up there for the camera. Like, hey, show this to the camera. I was like, show me your bruises so I can see. So I just start laughing,
right?
Because it's funny.
Damn, that's cruel. So what's going to happen? I love it. So what's going to happen tonight? You got 5 people left.
5 people left. We'll have the final episode, the taped episode tonight. That'll finish off the story.
Right.
And then at 10:30 we find out who actually won.
Are you booting one before?
Nope. It's
I thought
up in the air.
And how do you decide who does win?
I don't know.
Really?
Is that some kind of test?
No, they've made they've already made through the test. They've been evaluated this whole time.
So some board picks the.
I think it's I'm sure Vince will have a say in it. I'm
Vince
sure
is going to decide.
He's going to decide. Who's the vice president of talent relations? Kevin Dunn is the executive producer. I know Big, who's the talent scout. He'll have a say in it. They ask for my opinion, Taz's opinion, Jackie's opinion, and then they'll just.
So 10 o'clock tonight on MTV, last episode, taped episode, and then you guys are going live from the WWF restaurant.
From Times Square.
I might go down there tonight, 10:30, right?
It's going to be cool. Really it is. And then, we'll find out.
And this guy, and then the winner gets a contract.
Yeah, and then they'll have a match, I think it's like, not this week, but the following week on SmackDown.
Wow.
Against who?
Don't know. I have no idea. I know it'll be against the WWF wrestler.
I know these guys have trained hard, but then a week later you're really wrestling
literally
with one of the guys?
from the frying pan into the fire.
If it's one of the girls, is Vince going to come out, take your bra off and take it off now. Call her out like a dog.
Well, if it had been Daryl, he could have said that too.
And take it off now. I love that one.
He could have said it to Daryl too. He had the man's ear going.
Yeah, the man boobies.
Yes.
We love Vince clips.
You're on your hands and knees like a dog. That's it. Crawl around like a dog.
That was some of the best.
Crawl around like a dog.
Well,
that was the stuff those were the clips that were played during his Bob Costas interview, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, isn't this degrading to women? And Vince is just leaning over, looking at Bob's face like, you're a dick. Don't you get this?
I was hoping he was going to punch Bob Costas.
Oh, that'd have been great.
Oh, a couple of times when Bob pulled his head back as Vince leaned in a little too quick.
He intimidated Bob Costas so bad.
Yeah. And then the next day, Bob's on all the talk shows going, I showed him, I pointed out my opinions.
I wish we could have checked his pants after that.
Hey, he intimidates all of us. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And Costas is going to act like he hung in there with Vince. No, he didn't.
Now, take your blouse off. Come on. Take it off now. Now. I'm wondering what color panties you're wearing tonight.
We got them all, man.
Do the cuffs match the collar?
You're fired.
Do they sell that? The WWF should put that product out. It's called Vince Phlegm. Where you can just, you drink it,
and everything you say sounds like this. They're fired.
All of a sudden he turns into Mr. Spacely.
Jetson, you're fired.
Let's go to Bill. Hey, Bill, what's up?
How you doing, Opie?
We're hanging with Al Snow today.
I got two things to say to Al. First of all, I'd like to say that I think it's a big slap in the face to the independent wrestlers that they have Tough Enough, because Al should know himself that, you travel all the different little high school gyms and wrestle your ass off. And, I was a former member of the Monster Factory, and I wrestled, almost every weekend, driving 300-400 miles to get little or no pay. And watch these kids walk in off the street and get a contract, is like a slap in the face to all of us.
Didn't everybody have a chance?
Hold on now. How is it a slap in the face to you? How long you been doing this?
I've been doing it about 10 years.
Did you try to get into this?
No, I didn't try to get in.
Why didn't you then go down and show them your stuff? And if you're good enough
because let's face it, it's all about who's perfect. Not who has a wrestling ability. You got the guys from Jersey All Pro that wrestle their hearts out and that have great matches. I'm not doubting that, any of these kids don't have the ability. It's just that, they didn't pay their dues.
Hold on, let me tell you something, okay? Now, let me set you straight, because I spent 13 years traveling up and down the roads for nothing, just to get a break. And then when I did get the break, I sat at home for 2 years and starved, because I didn't have a guaranteed contract with the WWF, and then wanted to quit, and they wouldn't let me, and they put me on loan to ECW. Then I made my own break. When you get your break, it's just you get your break, and these kids happen to get their break. You can't begrudge them that. If anybody should resent them, it should be me and nobody else.
But you even admitted it in Tough Enough when you said to the guys, you're a mile ahead of where you should be.
You're damn right, but you may get your shot some other time. You never know. Well, there was nothing that kept you from making a tape and sending it in. That was open to everybody. Same with, if I might plug this, Tough Enough 2, and we're accepting tapes now, dink, that you can send in.
You could call him a dick.
Oh, okay, dick.
Well, if Al wants to wrestle me, I'll challenge him in front of his students. Let's see how good he really is. I guarantee
Believe me, I am incredibly good. Otherwise, I wouldn't have lasted 19 years doing this.
Okay, but
when you last as long as I do, Chuckles, then you come and give me a call.
Okay, but wrestling is a politic game.
Thank you, Bill.
It is not totally a politic game.
Thank you, Bill.
The guy doesn't understand what you were saying. You make your breaks and you get your breaks. Some people get their breaks, and they're a lot better breaks than others.
And that's part of life. And that's the way the entertainment business is.
Right.
Music, you name it. That's the way it is.
Jesus Christ. I was knocking tin, installing air conditioning. Opie has been doing this. How long? Opie's been in this for years.
I've been doing radio for 20 years.
I knocked on the door at one of the stations.
You walk right in,
and all of a sudden I'm in the Boston market. Now I'm in New York.
And I never held a grudge. I was pretty much the Al Snow. I was traveling from city to city, small station to small station, hoping for my break.
Working in anonymity, never getting a break.
Didn't like any money.
Hey, can I be on the radio?
everybody else. Right. Hey, digging up change literally to eat. No joke.
Yeah. Hey.
Thank you, Buffalo.
I used to cook on the engine of my car.
All right.
Yeah, the barbecue.
And then I
swear I called it the barbecue.
And then I was starting to get some success. Ran into Anthony and brought him aboard. And I never held a grudge. He helped my career certainly, and I helped him.
But once you get your break, then you got to make something of it.
That's right. You get your foot in the door, and then you go from there. But you can't sit there and piss and moan and blame everybody else. I'm so great, and that's the reason I'm not getting it is because they're just scared of me, or it's all politics. Yeah, bull.
Let's see if he gets off his ass and sends a tape in for Tough Enough Show.
Because we're specifically taking people with experience this time.
Right.
So that
you are?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
there you
different
go.
from the first show.
There's your effing invitation.
Candy, what's going on?
I'm begging
Hello.
you.
Hey.
Hello, Candy.
Hey. I just wanted to tell Al that I think he's really cool, and I think he's doing a really great job on Tough Enough. And you're a really cool person. So
Well, thank you. Keep making phone calls like this, Opie.
Yeah, I met you a few years ago in Queens when you were in ECW, and you were, like, really cool then. I got your autograph and everything. So I just wanted to say, I just think you're really cool. And you were, like, the best person there on Tough Enough.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm glad that you got a contract. Forget those other people.
Yeah, forget them.
All right. Thank you, Candy.
All right, you
Feed
take
my
care.
family.
All right.
People get hot when you tell them, hey, you're eating bologna sandwiches next week because I ain't employed anymore.
Hey, Chris, you're next with Al Snow.
Hey, Al, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I just want to say that I think that, you're one of the guys who makes wrestling fun to watch for me. Like, guys like you and Mick Foley and people like that.
Yeah, when is Head coming back?
Head? I don't know because they've given my gimmick to everybody else since I left. So, with Perry had Moppy and...
Yeah, Moppy, that's right.
Moppy.
Yeah, but there's only Head.
Little known fact,
right.
Al's little action figure was recalled because of the Head.
Yeah,
which is ridiculous.
Whole Salem witch trial thing,
Well, you know what it is? Everyone realized it was the fake little wig-type head that you carry around, but somebody thought it was a woman's head.
Two women who were assistant professors of all things communications.
There you go.
Actually went to a Walmart and then went, we don't know anything about this particular subject, but we'll just assume and
it's a
make
severed
presumptions.
woman's head.
Yeah, and we'll, it's
Al, doesn't that piss you off that they crack to this pressure?
Hell no. It pisses me off that society's like that
That's
today.
What I mean,
that they fall just because two women wrote a letter.
They probably didn't get many complaints. It might have been just those two women. That we have a similar situation going on in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
They pulled all of our bus boards, the big advertising on the buses, because it says Opie and Anthony, wow, WBCN.
Really?
And we're known for wow, Whip 'em Out Wednesday, of course, but it's not offensive if you just see wow on a billboard.
No instructions as to what to do when you see a wow, just W-O-W, the word wow.
And people got to understand, too, that what you view as an adult is completely different than what a child views.
They're just going to see wow.
Right. For me, and honestly, when I said, what does everybody want, and I met Head, was because it was it was a double entendre for the adults.
But
for the kids, it was the fact that here I've worked all these years, and now the Head is what everybody cheers for, not me.
Right.
Which is still getting me hot.
So two people complained about our campaign in Boston.
Two people complained.
And the MBTA up there cracked and just got rid of, they're in the process of getting rid of all of it.
Pulled the ads. I mean, two people.
That's a shame.
Because
I thought that it was where majority ruled in this country.
Not anymore.
We're doomed as a society.
We're a bunch of pussies. Someone with a letterhead can scare you now.
Yeah, you just immediately...
A group with a letterhead could scare you.
They'll just fall under pressure.
Right.
If you get enough in the right publicity in the right market, and everybody will just drop like a house of cards.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, we interrupted you. You have a question for Al?
Yeah, that's okay. Al, I was reading Mick Foley's first book. He was talking about a match, and I kind of recall it, but I kind of don't.
How many times?
It was you and Owen Hart.
Oh.
And they said that you guys just purposely stunk up the place.
Yeah.
And it's just matches like that, and stuff like that about you that I just wanted to let you know.
We didn't stink up the play. It was a stink up from the boys' opinion, watching it, and that we purposely were just doing it so bad. But it was also the fans got a kick out of it because we just did it so bad it was funny.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think I remember watching it. I got to dig through the videos.
Oh.
But
yeah, Owen was infamous for doing stuff like that, where he would, like Lex Luger would go to try and push him over his head, give him the big gorilla press, and he'd go limp so that he couldn't do it. So Lex's whole gimmick was he was so super strong, and then he just could not shove Owen over his head, and Owen would just be like a sponge, and he'd be, and he'd slam him. And then Lex would get hot and tag in Davey, and Davey'd come in, and Owen would stiffen right up, and he'd up in the air and make Davey look like $1 million.
Alan was another one of those guys.
Right.
All right.
But anyway, yeah, thanks a lot. I just want to let you know that, and for people that really know wrestling and, that watch it a lot, we all know that, you are absolutely one of those guys who can make somebody else look better in the ring because of the way you take moves and stuff like that.
I just try to be entertaining and give people their money's worth. That's all I care
Chris.
about.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Let's go to Mike. Mike, you're next on the Opie and Anthony Show. Hey, Mike.
I'm here.
Oh, hello, Mike.
Let's go, Mike.
How are you?
Good, Mike. How are you?
Hey, Al, I've heard that when Triple H comes back, that Hulk Hogan is bringing back Eric Bischoff. Is that any true to that story?
I don't know.
Hey, brother.
We need the real American hero back, I think, now.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I have no idea.
Because a friend of a friend told me that's what it says on the internet.
Well, if it's on the internet, it's true.
It's true. Absolutely.
I base my whole life on what I see on the internet. Yeah.
Any other WCW wrestlers coming aboard?
I don't know.
Take your vitamins, brother.
I've heard Goldberg might come back in 2 years.
If he's smart,
Scott Hall and Kevin Nash and the Steiner brothers might be coming back.
Well, I'm sure they may.
Wait, I want to hear what he has to say about Goldberg. You said if he's
smart. The guy hates the business. He only did it for the money. He's a millionaire now, and he's sitting at home doing nothing. Why would you want to come back and work harder than you ever did before?
Because that's what they're saying, that's what the internet's saying.
Of course. Again, it's on the internet, so damn it, it's true.
Is it any true that you might come back as try to fight a #1 contender for the WCW World Heavyweight title or the WWF World title?
Who knows? I'm like the Ray Bork of wrestling, It took him, 21 years to get a Stanley Cup, so I've got another 2 years to go, and then, the title's mine, so.
Do you think you'll be able to jump to the faction with Stephanie and her brother Shane?
I don't know. Her voice is like a dog whistle sometimes.
Yeah, but how about those breast implants?
Oh, hey. Water wings all the way, baby.
We had her.
Nice.
Thanks, Mike.
Dogs.
We had her on the show, and she told us she would never get breast implants.
Yeah.
Fast forward 6 months later, and boom.
Yeah,
Not only did she get them, she got the biggest ones available.
They went in there, they were on the rack, and she went, I'll take the extra large
big ones.
Yeah.
I was saying,
the oh wow size.
She looks a hell of a lot different than she did chained up to the boiler when the Undertaker.
She looked so innocent.
I know.
Then,
yeah, she's in there, Daddy.
and you were excited, weren't you?
Oh, damn, hell yeah, who wasn't?
Chain her up to the boiler. Yeah, you sexy bitch.
Right. Why don't we
sexy bitch?
Yeah. Why don't we take a break? We only have a few minutes left with Al.
I want to hear Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah, we're going to play that for you.
We got plenty of time, Opie. Until 4:45.
All right, that's only a few minutes after we come back from break.
Oh, all right.
Jimmy Snuka.
You never let me stay that long. I enjoy coming here and hanging out with you guys, and you just rush me in and rush me out.
That's not true.
Pick me, you like a bowling ball. You stick the three fingers in me, throw me down the alley.
You're famous now because of Tough Enough. Of course you can hang out longer.
Yeah, like Carson Daly.
Like Carson. There you go.
I have the nerve, though, to admit that I don't know crap about MTV, okay? Yeah. I am totally unhip. Carson Daly, just as unhip, but even less talented, and the man can step in a bucket left and right and still come out smelling like a roast.
There's a guy that got some break.
I'm going to spear him if I ever show up on TRL. I'm kicking Carson Daly's ass.
Hey, man, the guy could read, though.
Hey, and his lips move at the same time.
He's a great reader.
I dared the camera to be here to the left and the cue card to the right, and he just blatantly turned right to the right and read it. Up next on TRL.
Who's Carson?
Carson, at least act like you're not reading.
Who's the guy that got now the Carson in training?
I don't know.
Young Carson. You see this new guy?
Oh, yeah.
And he looks like a younger version of Carson.
They're cloning Carson.
Are they cloning Carsons now because he's done so well?
I want to give a warning here. You might want to open the door. I'm busting ass as we speak.
Oh, my God.
What?
Hey, how bad can an Al Snow fart smell?
Oh, pretty bad.
Hello.
Between the high protein and these Starburst jelly beans. And I've ate enough protein today that my ass is going to be like a root beer dispenser in a couple hours.
Oh, God. You know what? We're gonna bring Stalker Patty in now.
Well, if you do, she might pass out when she walks through the door. I can drop them, believe me.
All right,
especially you mix this with some carbonation and the protein and Starburst jelly beans.
We're gonna take a break. But,
it actually burned my rectum there.
For Al Snow, we got to play the Jimmy Superfly snooker thing.
Please.
Well, this is a guy that took a few too many chair shots.
A few too many chair shots and a few too many whatever.
And he jumps off the top rope. Loved the guy growing up, but he's not all there anymore, unfortunately. And we asked him to do an ID for our show. This is one of our favorite things we play. And it took him a while to get it right. Here it is. Jimmy Superfly Snooker.
Okay, Opie and Anthony on 2.7. 102.
Mm-hmm.
Opie and Anthony on 1027. This is a Superfly Jimmy Snooker, and you, okay, let me start. You're listening to Opie and Anthony. This is Superfly Jimmy Snooker, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony on 102.7 on WNEW.
Right again, 102.7?
102.7.
Yeah, we call it 102.7.
Okay, 102.7 on WNEW.
Do you want him to say his name and stuff first? You want to, say it again. Hey, this is Jimmy Superfly Snooker. One more time, and I'll edit that in.
It's the Superfly Jimmy Snooker, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony on 102.7 WNEW. Superfly Jimmy Snooker on your radio dial.
Excellent, boss. Thanks, man.
Okay, brother.
Some days, we're a laugh riot, and other days we just flat out suck. We know it.
Interesting if true.
Opie and Anthony.
Anthony, Optimum Online from Cablevision.
Optimum Online on your radio dial. Yeah. When you install Optimum Online between September 22nd and October 8th, you receive a VH1 CD and CD holder while supplies last. Plus, you'll automatically be entered in the VH1 Vogue Fashion Awards sweepstakes. You can win 2 tickets to the private VIP viewing party. Watch VH1 Vogue Awards live October 19th. Optimum Online. It's what they call the high-speed internet access. Comes through the existing cable TV line you have in your home right now. And it's quick. It's like 100 times faster than your standard dial-up connection. Hurry into the Wiz because your chance to get our VH1 gift and entry into the VH1 Vogue Fashion Awards sweepstake ends October 8th. Do more than you ever imagined, both online and off with Optimum Online. No purchase necessary. Sweepstakes runs September 22nd through October 8th. Open to New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut residents 21 and older. For a complete set of official rules and details on entry, see any participating The Wiz locations. Installation requires purchase. Some restrictions apply.
Opie and Anthony.
1027 WNEW.
Yeah, we're back with the Opie and Anthony show in the studio today. Al Snow from the WWF and host of Tough Enough on MTV. The final taped episode is at 10 o'clock tonight, and then they go live from the WWF restaurant at 10:30 to announce the winner of Tough Enough.
Yeah.
I think a bunch of us are going to go down and check it out.
It'll be a blast. I'm telling you, it's going to be a hell of a show. It's going to be pretty emotional for a lot of people, and, it'll be pretty cool.
Mike is busting your balls on instant feedback. He writes, hey, is Al Snow going to fly off in a helicopter in the last episode of Tough Enough and then fly back into the final show?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fly off in a helicopter and land in MTV Studios and beat the hell out of Carson Daly.
You're not going to pull a Jeff Probst and just take off at the end of the episode in a helicopter?
That'd be cool, though. Knowing my luck, I'd fall out, though.
Yeah. Fall out on your head.
Yeah. Just, boom.
And John writes, ask this dude. Ask this dude, his name is Al Snow, whatever happened to the Brooklyn Brawler? I was shocked because on one of the episodes of Tough Enough over the weekend on MTV, I saw the Brooklyn Brawler.
The man, the myth, the legend, the Brooklyn Brawler.
He still works for the WWF?
Yeah, he does. He works, he does quite a few different responsibilities at TV. He takes care of making sure that a lot of pre-tapes and things that guys have to do, he goes out and rounds them up and gets them done and stuff. Yeah. And he's a great guy. He's hilarious. Yeah. So, he allowed the kids to go back and cut promos and see what it was like to actually go back and do that. And it was cool.
Very cool. Let's go right to the phones. Everyone wants to say hi to Al. Mike, what's going on? Hey, Mikey, you're on the radio, bro.
Hey, what's going on? I just want to call and let you guys know that Al Snow is probably one of the only 5 wrestlers that actually takes time out to actually speak to his fans, and I just want to let him know how much I appreciate that.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that you want to speak to me, because, normally I have to, chase people down and, tackle them and, please talk to me, anybody.
Yeah.
Especially women.
Yeah.
But I figured that out, okay? Just a little advice from Uncle Al. Use the panel van and the bottle of chloroform. It makes dating a lot easier.
Hey, I just wanted to know, I was in Unforgiven on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to let the boys know that Bubba Ray was talking a lot of trash.
No, we're gonna deal with that off the air. There's some weasel trying to cause trouble, and we're gonna talk to him.
Oh, all right. Hey,
I don't even want to mention it on the air.
I ain't gonna say nothing about it. Can I ask Al Snow one more question?
Yep, go ahead real quick.
Hey, when these guys actually get the contract for the WWF,
yeah,
when they start the matches, is it going to depend on whether the fans actually take to them, or is that contract actually guaranteed? Or
yeah, it's a guaranteed they have a guaranteed developmental contract, which is worth quite a bit of money.
Oh, I bet.
For 1 year to prove themselves and to show that they're marketable and that they're going to be WWE superstars. And they'll start out with one of their first matches being on a SmackDown.
Oh, pretty cool.
I do see the crowd not giving them support when they first come out into the ring.
You think so?
Yeah.
Every time I've made a public appearance with them,
the
only one that they don't give public support has been Chris from Harvard.
Really?
Yeah,
Who was on the phone and he hung up. So, Chris, if you're still listening, call us back.
He's the only one that they truly turn against.
Really?
Yeah, they just absolutely.
Well, he kind of had an attitude.
Don't like a Harvard man.
Well, I had to take the Harvard man to Yale. I'm sure Opie saw where he lost the bet, and I took him to Yale.
Yeah.
Made him
pretty funny.
And pronounced he was Yale's bitch.
Wow,
walk up to
Harvard man.
And he could only wear the Harvard boxy shorts and nothing else.
So. They put a sign around him, or you wrote it on him, right?
We had him carry signs that said, "I'm Yale's bitch and Harvard sucks."
Oh wow, that's rough for a Harvard.
And his coach, because he played for the Harvard football team.
Yeah.
Which, in the Ivy League, I'm sure that doesn't. I guess if you're not careful, a football game would break out on the weekend. It's not like Ohio State with Moose McCullough. He's a third-year redshirt freshman. His wife and kids are up in the stands. Hey, you know what I mean? It's kind of different in Ohio.
Yeah.
We kind of, his major's scuba diving. Things like that.
My word.
My word.
Hey, Justin, what's going on?
Yeah, I just had a question for Al. I remember 10 years ago when all the crap happened in golf, a big gimmick in the WWF was Hulk Hogan and Sergeant Slaughter. Hulk Hogan being the real American hero, as you guys said earlier, and Sergeant Slaughter being the Iraqi.
Right.
I was just wondering if Al thought that, in light of all that happened in New York 2 weeks ago, that something like that in the WWF could be another gimmick to come out, and if it would even be appropriate, and if not...
Okay, I can see where you're going with this, and I'll try and explain it to you, because I've been asked this question already once today, and I'll tell you that, the wrestling has always been a kind of a mirror of society. I mean, that's how we develop our characters and stuff, so that people can easily relate to us, because physically you can't relate to what we do in the ring. But with that being said, 10 years ago, it was a different time. It was a different situation. The enemy was a clear-cut enemy. We knew who it was. We knew where it happened. It did not occur on our shores necessarily, not to take away from what the situation was as compared to this one.
I understand completely, yeah.
And people are a lot more sophisticated at this point now than they used to be 10 years ago. My own children are probably more sophisticated than I am now. At 38, my 12 and 13-year-old more sophisticated. They have far more access to immediate information than I've ever had. And, it's a fine line that you walk in entertainment between what's entertaining and what's in bad taste. And, I don't foresee that there will ever come a time anytime soon or even after that will probably have some portrayal of any sort of the tragedy within the World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, it would look like it was being exploited.
Yeah, in some situations in entertainment, I'm sure maybe they can lampoon it or maybe Saturday Night Live can get away with a little bit of it, but really...
I'm wondering what they're going to do Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, but, at the same time, I just don't see with wrestling that we could do that, and I don't think that we will. And really, a lot of people were very intimately affected by this tragedy that worked for the WWF because, you know, as you guys know, so many people worked in that building. I mean, I had a friend who works for the Secret Service that just by luck he changed the schedule before that day and was heading to work when that occurred. And then thousands of stories like that I'm sure you hear of people. And, you know, so I don't think that you're going to see anything like that on our part. And
it's strange listening to someone from the WWF talking about good taste and bad taste. Which, but it's true because we got a lot of that too, where the type of show that we do, all of a sudden something like this happens, people tune in going, all right, what are they going to do? Is it going to be
idiots?
You're going to joke about it? Are you going to make a bid or something? You know, send nude women down there? And no, it was an honest response to what happened. We got on the air for a good week and a half, pretty much, and just let people talk, and we talked about it. And
situations like that, you just go with your heart. And I think. If I remember correctly, wasn't there a boy who called from that his father?
DC.
Yeah, his father.
17-year-old kid. We had it. You know, we took.
Wasn't that because I listened to you guys' show. Honestly, I'm not just saying that. I'm in here in the room.
It was the worst phone call I think we've ever taken. Here's a kid just losing his mind, crying, saying, "I lost my father today."
But how incredible the way. I mean, I just was amazed at the maturity level that he had at 17. I mean. And the strength that he had to be able to pick up that phone and call you guys. And obviously you served a purpose. You obviously, you know, you were an outlet. And that's all we are with the WWF is just an outlet. We're just entertainment, you know. And if you try to make it into something that it's not, that's when, you know, people, you know, cause it to be something other than what it really intended to be in the first place.
Yeah, it's when stuff like that happens that it kind of defines what your form of entertainment's all about. You know what I mean?
And you guys, just like us, I mean, we were demonized a little bit, I'm sure, because I didn't hear any of the criticism, but, you know, we probably were demonized a little bit for going on with the show on SmackDown. But a lot of the guys, I mean, that's what they do. They entertain, and that was the only way that they knew how to help out, just like you guys doing your radio show. That's the only way you know how to help out and to do what you do. And just go on. I mean,
you know what though? It does put everything in perspective as far as how many complaints have come in about maybe too much cleavage showing on the WWF, and how many complaints have we gotten about content on our show? Because all of a sudden that's not very important anymore, and it puts it in the perspective that it should have been in the first place. Unfortunately, that has to happen for people to snap out of it, and hopefully we'll get back to the day where people can bitch about stupid stuff like too much cleavage on SmackDown.
I got to tell Al, you know, the WWF helped us out because we were playing all the stuff you guys had to say.
I heard you. I was going.
We were looking for some comedy at that point. Anything.
Yeah, just to kind of.
And we're like, wow, look what Stephanie is saying, and we, you know, we goofed, but we
they put an implant in her head too. We did have a good time with it.
Well, you know, and that's what it's for. I mean,
but we understood how serious you guys were, and you were speaking from the heart. We were at that point. We were searching, and we needed to laugh ourselves.
That's why
you didn't air the ones like the you know, some of the speeches that you couldn't. I mean, you just could not touch them. I mean, they really were heartfelt, you know, really good. And some of them that you could play with, you played with a little bit.
And how many of the ones we did play that after it was done, we went, okay. You know, because there was nothing you could say. What are you going to, listen to him.
Yeah. You know, well, when Bradshaw said that there's some German guy.
Yeah, some guy. You know, back a few years ago in Germany, there was some guy that we lost our minds on that one. Like, I know, some guy.
Some maniac.
Yeah, some maniac. That was it. Some maniac.
In his defense, though, I mean, when you get that emotional,
it's
hard to be eloquent.
Absolutely,
we understand all that, but you know, we needed to try to laugh or do something.
It was a release, you know, and that's what they put the show on for, was that it was a release. It wasn't evil Vince, you know, trying to make a buck or anything.
Well, when we heard Vince's speech, we're like, now that's someone you want to lead the army in Afghanistan.
Oh, yeah. Go over there and make stained glass.
Hey, are you guys changing the name of one of the pay-per-views, Armageddon?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure. I really don't know.
Interesting.
But, you know, I probably should keep my opinion to myself. I
forgot what you guys are changing it to.
No, you know something? I don't agree with some of those things that are being changed. I don't agree with the World Trade Center being digitally removed from movies.
You know why I don't agree with that? Because the worst crime, I think, that could ever be possibly perpetrated, which is child molestation, because you're stealing something that can never be given back to that's innocence, is and you don't see people running out and taking that out of a show. Like, I read in USA Today that the, that CIA one, new show that's coming on, that they were going to have an episode that was coming up where they were going to actually, and I guess it had been in the can for some time, thwart a terrorist plan to blow up Harrods in England by Osama bin Laden. Now, all of a sudden, it's like, we can't air that. Why? Because you don't stop airing like crime, whatever the CSI or victim, whatever crime show that is.
Shows,
because they shoot somebody in the head or they have molest a child. In fact, let's rush that right on the air.
Yeah.
And when John Benet Ramsey got killed, let's have 52 movies of the week.
They made a bunch of movies about that, yeah. Well, thank God Norton's not here.
And I'm not taking away from the tragic situation. I mean, it's incredibly tragic, and I feel for these people, and my heart goes out to them, and my prayers, and like I said, I have close friends who could have very well been lost.
There's no way they should do that. I think a lot of the movies that are being stopped and postponed because of content it's ridiculous. Just move on.
And I know some people are going to say, we shouldn't, but if you don't, then you're doing exactly what terrorists want. That's how they win. You give into the terror. That gives them power. And I say, F them. Yeah. I'm going to get on with my damn life. And I'm not going to be afraid to walk on the goddamn plane and fly wherever I got to fly.
God bless you.
You've flown now since you guys fly all the time.
These guys fly every night.
But the worst thing that happened, it's great. I mean, the security has stepped up. The worst thing that happened was because I fly out of Dayton, Ohio. So Saturday night I'm supposed to have a 7:30 flight. This is my luck. I show up it's 10 till 6 because, I'm going to show up even a little earlier.
A little time,
so I make sure I get a little time and check my bag. Well, there are only 3 reservations for the flight, so they canceled the flight, and they didn't call me.
Oh,
and
man.
That's not a problem. I show up at the ticket counter. Nobody's there. They all went home. They all went home. Yeah. I just, 3 people on the flight. We'll cancel flight. Okay, everybody, off we go.
All right. Here are the keys. Lock
Early
up.
night.
Al, lock up when you leave.
Right. So then I call the 1-800 number, and the lady books me on a United flight, and she says, you have to get somebody to, change over the ticket. I said, who can I get? She goes, you need a gate agent. Ma'am, to get the gate agent, I need a ticket to go through security now.
Right, yeah.
I guess I'll just have to wait. So I had to track down the lady who was working both the baggage claim area and the the gate agent to get her to do it.
Wow.
Get my ticket, rush over to United. There's nobody there.
Oh, they all left.
This is a rib. No, one guy's working the gate and the ticket counter.
They're like jack of all trades now.
Right.
Check your bag. It's the same guy. They take your ticket, same guy. Gate the security. And then you look in the cockpit, and there he is flying
the plane. Plus, then he puts it on autopilot and comes out and go, coffee, tea.
Drives your cab when you land.
Right.
It's great.
Takes your bags, uses a sky cap.
Cut costs.
Jeez.
All right, with that, we got to get Al Snow out of here.
Oh.
Al, pleasure as always, and, anytime you're in town, Bob.
Please, I'd love to come back.
We love having you.
I'll come back and spend the whole 4 hours with you.
Cool, we don't mind that at all.
Love having you in, man.
Final episode of Tough Enough.
Tonight.
The taped one at 10, and then they go live at 10:30 to announce the winner, live from the WWF restaurant.
And Tough Enough 2 until October 5th. We're accepting applications and videos, and the auditions this time will be held in, yes, you heard it right, lovely Las Vegas at the end of October.
Las Vegas, Nevada!
You're fired!
That's a great win.
We're going to see
Billy.
We're going to see you tonight at WWF.
Yeah, please come down, guys. We'll have a good time, and I think you're going to see a hell of a show.
You'll get nothing like it.
I'll make sure you do, and I'll strip naked and dance on the table.
All right.
There you go.
Al Snow, everyone.
See you guys.
Thank you, Al. On the way, Anthony, Mario Cantone. Yeah. Lots of really cool things that we still got to get to. We got
Mario Cantone!
He's funny as hell. He's right outside the studio. A bunch of bad tribute songs that we got to get to. And Stalker Patty, Mary Shore. And as we go to break, John Valby, we're getting a nice buzz on this thing. People are digging this, so check this out.
Here's to Osama bin Laden. That towelhead scum. May the U.S. blast his ass to Kingdom Come. He's a badless wonder that lives in the cave. May Marines Budweiser on that sucker's grave. Osama, being a chicken faggot, lives off camel turds with a topping here's Osama, that son of a bitch, made his fall off with a 7-year itch. And may they beat on his with a big brass hammer till his asshole whistles the Star-Spangled Banner.
Bring on the next slut.
Daddy, can I suck on your candy?
Naked teen nymphs.
Isn't this illegal?
Look what you did to me again.
There are people that think that you and I should be going to jail.
I thought we were just having fun.
Yeah, we're having fun already. Do they get ratings books in prison?
Opie and Anthony.
Anthony, Islander hockey is back. I know you don't care, but I completely care.
I do too care. Stop it.
I'm telling you, we're going to have a team this year.
I remember the Drive for 5.
We're kicking off the 30th anniversary season of New York Islanders hockey. You hear how I say we?
We.
I feel like I'm part of the team.
You are.
I bought one of these mini packages. I'm going to 21 home games. And yes, I bought the tickets, Anthony.
That's great.
That excited about it.
How many games?
I'm going to go to like 21 home games.
Might see a couple of goals scored.
I'm going to shut up.
Stop.
We have a good team this year. I'm telling you. I'm going to be sitting right next to Joey Paisano, matter of fact. The New York Islanders have one of the lowest season ticket prices in the New York area, with seats starting as low as $14. They also offer the best season ticket benefits in the NHL, such as free parking for the entire season, 40% savings off the box office price, an exclusive meet and greet with the team, which is really cool. No one else is doing that. And almost 20 games of promotional giveaways. If you're interested, get your tickets now. Dial 1-800-882-ISLES. That's 1-800-882-ISLES. 1-800-882-ISLES. For New York Islanders hockey.
The station for sports guys, Don and Mike, Opie and Anthony, and Ron and Fez is this station. 102.7 WNEW, New York.
System of a Down, Anthony. Chop suey. We're back with the Opie and Anthony show.
This is great. It's so nice to see, you know The Onion?
Yeah.
You ever read The Onion? Lampoon magazine.
Love The Onion.
Online, very funny. They've actually gotten into the tragedy. They've touched on it in their inimitable style. The headline, hijackers surprised to find selves in hell. And then in quotes, we expected eternal paradise for this, says suicide bombers. This story coming from the outer darkness of hell. The hijackers who carried out the September 11th attacks in the World Trade Center and Pentagon expressed confusion and surprise Monday to find themselves in the lowest place of Nar Islam's hell. And in quotes, I was promised I would spend eternity in paradise being fed honey cakes by 67 virgins in a tree-lined garden. If only I would fly the airplane into one of the towers, said Muhammad Atta, one of the hijackers of American Airlines Flight 11, between attempts to vomit up wasps, hornets, and live coals infesting his stomach. But instead I'm fed the boiling feces of traitors by malicious, laughing Ifrit. Is this to be my reward for destroying the enemies of my faith?
We can only hope.
The rest of Atta's words turned to raw-throated shrieks as a asp-tongued demon burst his eyeballs and drank the fluid that ran down his face. So if you want to read the rest of that, it's on theonion.com. It's the hijackers reporting their disappointment from hell.
We can only hope.
Yeah.
Anthony, Mario Cantone will be in studio in seconds. We gave him a little homework assignment. He's in the other studio watching the Michael Jackson video. Oh, we saw this thing for the first time today, and it's a complete disgrace on so many levels.
I think he thought he was doing another Thriller. He did a long-form video movie. Some celebrities in there. You know, Michael Madsen's in it.
From Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah.
From many movies. He's great.
Yeah. And
Chris Tucker. Marlon Brando's in this movie.
Marlon Brando is in it. And a bunch of faces you recognize as like character actors and whatnot. It's filmed very well, you know. But Michael is just a mess. And the song really blows. Now, I'm not a big Michael Jackson song fan. But at least his previous songs had, like, it was a song, had a hook, you know, catchy hook or whatnot.
The song never gets going.
No, it seems like an
whatever
intro
going
to a song.
is. It's just, it's awful. Mario Cantone, fresh from watching the Michael Jackson video.
I have no words. I have no.
How bad is that?
How retarded is that video? First of all, the face. His
face. He looks like he's wearing a mask at this point.
He looks like the comedy and tragedy mask in a drama club. Logo. He looks and his face looks a little green. It's a little green.
It's turning green or something.
It's a little moldy. It looks a little moldy.
Everything's effed up on him. Even his hands looked kind of screwy.
Oh, he is.
He
like
looks
nothing works.
Hate to say this, he looks like a burn victim.
Yeah. He looks bad.
His hands, his face, his face is so white he looks like a geisha girl.
And
doesn't he though?
He's a geisha to go.
Because he's got the makeup with the really pale white skin. He looks like a geisha.
He looks like a gay geisha.
And he's trying to be tough.
Oh, I could get away with that more.
Isn't that? Yes.
That's not saying much.
Isn't that? He's trying to be a tough guy.
When he's like, oh, Chris, I've got it. I can handle this. I'll get him.
He's a twig.
I'm going to take her and smack her ass and then ask her if she's got a little brother.
We have to. That's really funny, but we have to explain what this video is about so everyone's on the same page.
Marlon Brando's in it.
I know.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people have seen the video yet. I think it started debuting yesterday, so it's a lot like the Beat It.
It's very much like the Beat It and the Smooth Criminal. It's always like the gang thing and the knives.
He loves the gang thing, but instead of fighting, they dance.
No, he fights via Jerome Robbins is what he fights. It's like that choreography.
What's the story? What's the storyline though? He falls for a girl.
Right away, it's not believable.
And
then she walks into the waterfront hotel.
And all of a sudden there's a theater in it where he does a big dance number.
Right.
Like,
he decides now he's going to get up on stage and do a dance number in front of all these tough guys.
Oh, and then...
Because now this girl is kind of canoodling.
Yeah, she's kind of
like... The Post loves that word. Canoodling at the bar with some gangsters, and Michael
Madsen.
Michael Madsen, I ready to cut him with the bottle. Yeah.
And Michael Jackson goes into this bar / hotel / theater with his gang to start
Where
trouble.
am I supposed to be believing that Michael Jackson would be intimidated by Michael Madsen, who in Reservoir Dogs cut off a guy's ear after beating him up, pours gas on him, and gets ready to burn him?
And that's all he does is dance and flick his fingers under his chin.
Yeah, he's doing some bafangul thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he does it twice. You know what, though? He grabs himself once again.
Oh, he loves that move.
When he grabs himself... But when he does grab himself, notice doesn't it look like he's going in?
Yeah. He uses the fingers and he's turning.
A vagina.
Like
it's very strange. It's really weird.
He actually uses the technique a lot of sex experts say to hit the G-spot.
Yeah,
he's got the curved finger thing.
Yeah, it's
into the second knuckle.
It's very Seika. Yeah.
It's
very Savannah. I'm
he's
surprised
doing
he's not
that.
lifting his breast and trying to touch his tongue to the tip of his nipple. And then Brando's profile, and he's got two lines. The first one is "Wow," and the second one is "You look pretty cute in that." And that's it.
Yeah, that's his line.
And he comes all fat down the steps with the flames behind him. And then that's it. He has nothing to do with it.
He walks away. He walks.
I don't even know why he was in it.
Now he was at the concert too. Friday night.
You went to Michael Jackson's
I went
concert.
to the Monday night concert.
I heard it was insane. A crazy person was putting on a show.
I was 6 rows from the front.
You were.
All right. I did not pay. I went for the material. I was 6 rows from the front. I saw everything. And first of all, then you see that booth of thrones,
Right, where he sits and lets people praise him.
Just bowing to his subject, nodding his head, and Joe Jackson with the eyebrows like the devil. Ha-hoo, he's scary. He's ha-hoo, hee-hoo. And he is the Omen soundtrack. And then you get Macaulay Culkin up there, and the mother, and Rebe, and Rebe Jackson. Everybody's like, who's that?
Was Macaulay sitting next to Michael?
He kept getting up.
Did he?
Getting up and going back.
Yeah.
But all the performance, Liza Minnelli was there, She came out and sang "You Are Not Alone," and it was like, she was like, "You are not alone, call me on the phone."
Did she actually say the right words this time?
Leave a message up to the tone. And she wanted a tribute to the Elephant Man's bones. She was just going off, and then she hit this note at the end that just kind of, she fell off it, and it was like, "You are not alone." No. And that was the end. And then she went, "Listen, you guys, I got to tell you something." The crowd's a little restless.
Oh, it's not a little restless.
Can I touch you for a second? And then she turns up and she looks at the band and she goes, "Could I have that note again?" And then they give her the note, and then she does Never Neverland. And then at the end of it, she does the tag to Over the Rainbow, and she goes, if happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why? I love you, Michael. But except it wasn't that high. But and then Liz Taylor came out with looked like she had a Disney fireworks coming out of her head, and she's speaking to the crowd like, my best friend Michael Jackson is not only a consummate performer, but he is my best friend. He is the undisputed king. She put syllables where there are none. King of pop. Oh, it was bizarre. And then they did a tribute to The Wiz. They showed The Wiz.
Oh, they did.
The Wiz, they showed...
He's on down.
Well, first of all, the announcer's like ridiculous. It was like, and ladies and gentlemen, from 1981, The Wiz, here he is, Al Jarreau, as the Scarecrow. And he comes out, no, as the Tin Man. Al Jarreau is the Tin Man with blue eyeshadow going... And then Deborah Cox, who was absolutely beautiful, and sang her ass off. But she's the lion. She comes out in a fur coat with a tail. She's not the lion.
Really?
She's not the lion. No. And then Jill Scott doing most of her song as the Scarecrow. And Jill Scott as the on a pole the whole time. Like,
really?
Hung up on a pole. I was like, get her out of the lynching position and let her sing her song. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was upsetting. Let the girl come up front and sing. She was so talented, too. She's on
the cross.
She was on the cross.
She's being crucified.
It was
singing.
like, you know.
Yeah. John, what's going on?
Hey, O&A, how you doing?
We're hanging with Mario Cantone.
I want to ask Mario what Shelley Winters did at the Michael Jackson concert.
She was actually down the street doing the vagina monologues. My vagina's all over the floor. Somebody pick it up, put it back in. Manny, give this to the kids. I can swim. I can swim. I'm a good actress. I screwed all my leading men. Every one of them. Al Pacino, Laura Bacall, all of them. Then they showed, the other thing they did was, the interesting thing was they showed tributes. You know, they showed film tributes of people saying how great he was.
Wonderful.
But it was way before any of the accusations. So it was all like early 80s, yeah.
So you're seeing like people...
Well, it was weird.
Looking very young.
Look, and Katharine Hepburn going, Michael Jackson and I are very similar. We're very similar. We're two people that just go for the same thing. You know?
Oh, my God.
Her friendship with him lasted about a day because she must have been like, look at yourself. You're much whiter today than you were yesterday. Did you dip your face in DD7? What did you do? You're scaring the hell out of me. I may be old, but I'm not dead. I don't need to see the Grim Reaper today.
He hangs around with the craziest friggin' people, like Liz Taylor. And I gotta say, Liza is insane.
I love Michael. He's my best friend.
She goes around thinking she's in another time.
I'm not
like
in
another time in another place.
Here now. Stop saying that. I'm so...
I think she thinks she's in like 1940s Hollywood or something.
I know it's 2004. I know where I am. Let me just say that I am so happy to be Michael's friend, because you know what? Liza with the Z. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to do... No, because Liza with the Z, it's not Lisa with an S, because you know what? I'm going to do some hip-hop for the kids. Because the kids love the hip-hop. And because you know, Liza with the Z and Jay-Z has a Z.
Right.
And then Mr. Gazoo's, G-Z-U-S, he's got a Z. And, you know, and L to the is-I, Z to the is-A. Liza. Scratch. I'm so hungry. I love to go to the IHOP. My favorite thing at the IHOP is the young people's plate, because it has 2 cherry eyes, a pineapple mouth, and I think they're chocolate chip nose. But bacon eyebrows. That's my favorite. If they don't have the young people's plate, I'll just go down the street to some other place, like Donuts.
She is insane.
I'm not alone. Call me on the phone. down.
Hey, Doug, what's going on?
What's up? Was Carmen behaving well at the concert?
Oh, good question.
Yeah, I think everybody suck ass. I hate them all. The stupid Al Jarreau doing the Wiz. It didn't even look like a goddamn stupid Tin Man. I don't remember no Tin Man with blue eyeshadow. He looked really stupid. And who's that girl's a lion? And two girls play the Scarecrow. Scarecrows have penises. They're not women. What's wrong with them? I didn't like that at all. And Michael Jackson, he looks like the ghost of Christmas past. He looks really bad. He's scary. He's stupid ass. I hate you, Michael Jackson.
Hey, Ryan, what's going on? You're next on the Opie and Anthony
what's
show.
up, guys?
Hey.
I just want to know why these people, like, they interview the celebrities and they ask them about Michael, and nobody realizes this guy is effing insane.
He's a freak. Yeah, he is a modern day
freak. They kiss his ass, and they just talk, oh, Michael's great, this and that. Nobody says anything. He's crazy.
You know what's really upsetting about it? Like Anthony was saying also, that he was like just bow. He was like he was on a throne, and he was like bowing to his subject. And the next day was September 11th, and it was just like puts it all into perspective. It's like, you're unimportant, okay?
Right.
Yeah, you know what else? We really care about Mariah Carey's breakdown now. I'm just devastated at this point. It's like everything comes into perspective. It's like, you're unimportant.
Yep.
Shut up that your album didn't come in at number one. Go see Glitter. Run! Don't walk. Go see Glitter. You
Glitter?
get up. This is why she had the final breakdown. She saw
really
that movie. It's hilarious.
Is it fun to watch?
It's bad good. It's bad good. But it's not as bad good as Showgirls, but it's bad good.
Yeah, bad good.
She's
bad
brutal. She's brutal.
Didn't you like Mariah on the tribute show, though?
Okay. I love that she came out and sang. Good for her.
What about during the song when she turned to her backup singers like,
and you know you can I can't take it, just take the note. She turned around take the note, throwing it to the choir please save me, and you know you can take the note. And my sister Camille calling me up, another one singing 4 octaves lower.
Right.
We're losing them all. Her, Whitney Houston. You know why we lost Whitney Houston? Because she has bad judgment. I'm like, what? She has bad judgment. Well, what do you mean? Case closed. She has bad judgment.
That's so true. They all sing way down.
Let me tell you.
Swing low, sweet chariot.
The upsetting thing about it is, I think Whitney Houston was one of the greatest singers since Judy Garland. She was amazing. We've lost her. And now is the time you want to hear her sing God Bless America. Not Celine Dion punching her pacemaker to hit the note. I love Celine. She should sing anytime she wants. But
Canadian.
I want an American
Canadian.
At the end of that show, I want an American singer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to sound like a Republican. I'm sorry.
She's singing God Bless America, My Home Sweet Home. It's like, no.
Good, no,
Canada.
Bonjour, je te papa. No, I don't think so. Je suis de no. Great people piss me off.
Andrew, what's going on?
Canada.
Hey, guys. Hey, Michael Jackson, Rat Pack. You got Marlon Brando, Liz Taylor, Macaulay Culkin, Liza.
Yeah.
It's like the island of Dr. Moreau. They're all freaks.
It's the island of misfit toys is what it is.
They're all freaks.
Nobody wants a Charlie in the box. Rudolph, let go of my key. You're cranking it too hard. Rudolph, you have to go see King Moonracer. And that's not the only thing he raises.
That's great.
Oh, I love those. The Rankin Bass specials. I live
Rankin Bass.
Oh, my God. The best one is the Little Drummer Boy where they kill his parents and he is a miserable boy. It's so depressing and brilliant. And
they wouldn't do something like that now.
No, they don't show it on network television anymore. Because, you know why? Because they said that it's racist because they portray Arabs as terrorists.
Hey!
I think that'll be back on network television this year, don't you?
If the bomb fits.
Yeah. Smell it.
Unbelievable. Remember a show? It was The Littlest Angel. Johnny Whitaker.
I sure do. Johnny Whitaker.
They would never show that again. It was a horrible little thing.
And they never
it was about a kid becoming an angel in heaven, and he dies at the beginning of it. It's a little kid. He's chasing a butterfly. He falls off a cliff.
Yeah.
He falls off a cliff, and his mother is there crying, finding out that a kid just died, and the kid comes back as an angel, and he's trying to talk to his mother, and he's crying, and she's crying because he's dead. He's crying because he can't talk to her because he's dead now. It was all about death.
It's completely
dead.
And so is the Drummer Boy. It's the same thing. It's all about death and being alone. Even at the end when the drummer boy finally sees Jesus, he's still pissed. He's like, I have no gift to bring. He's just upset. You know, okay, I have no gift. What do you want from me, Jesus? Make my lamb live. You know, it's just,
that's great.
Oh, God, it's brilliant. Rent that. If any of you have never seen Little Drummer Boy,
Mario,
buy it.
you make our job so easy.
You know what? You make my job easy, too.
Mario Cantone is playing Caroline's all this weekend, Friday through Sunday. We tell you every time, go see Mario. 2 shows Friday,
and you
2
know
shows
what
Saturday,
they do.
And 1 show on Sunday. Tickets go fast now for Mario at Caroline, so you might want to call them ahead of time, okay?
Yeah, I saw him last time he was here. How long ago was that now?
It was the last show I did that Sunday, about 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah. Very, very funny. Yeah.
We did a little Judy Garland. for all the straight boys in the crowd, because I know they love Judy. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. Ever see her sing the Battle Hymn of the Republic?
No.
Watch it now. It's devastating.
I can't see any Judy Garland now. Well, I don't know where you go to get that.
You got to go get the box set on the DVD.
I don't know where you got to get that.
There's a new DVD coming out called Just Judy. And it's
How do you know this stuff?
Because I know it all. I am the great Norma Desmond.
See, this is the difference. I know there's a Simpsons DVD coming out. You know there's a Judy Garland DVD coming out.
I know. I get them in advance from my friend Scott Schechter. I'm like, give me them in advance. I want them 2 weeks in advance. I met him at Grand Central. Like, hey, give me the drugs. You know?
We're missing out.
Oh,
Judy Garland DVDs.
And there's another cut she sings, I Happen to Like New York, that is, those are 2 cuts I think that are very, very relevant for today.
Joe,
more coffee? Like, I need more coffee. I'm ready to go through the window.
Joe, what's up?
Joe?
We like our guests juiced up.
Little Joe.
Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, I want to hear Mario do his impression of Billy Corgan smoking the bong.
Billy Corgan.
Wasn't that the Cartman doing that?
It was Cartman doing the...
Yeah, we'll play that another day.
We'll play it.
Billy Corgan, man.
I don't ever think
from Smashing Pumpkins?
Don't you hear the resemblance?
I really... Oh, you mean between Cartman and Billy Corgan?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit, you know.
I think you're insane.
I hate Billy Corgan. I don't even know who Billy Corgan is. How about that I don't even know who Billy Corgan is?
Ah, see that?
How about
Smashing Pumpkins. The shaved head guy.
He's the shaved head guy. You know, the white boy music. You know, I'm not good at it. You know, give me Eric Benet, who's married to Hit and Run Hallie. I love him.
Hit and Run Hallie, yeah.
I'm only kidding. I love Halle Berry. I think she's beautiful and a wonderful actress.
John, what's up?
Hey, O&A, how you guys doing?
We're having fun, man.
Good. Hey, I got to say, you guys are genius, because whose idea was to have Mario come on your show? I mean, he just doesn't fit in with any of the other comics. I mean, the guy's great.
Hey, man, funny's funny. We like.
Oh, I know.
Mario's great.
I mean, it just doesn't go with,
he not fit in with any of what? We have a little comedy club here
It's called juxtaposition. It's called brilliant juxtaposition.
I don't know. We have open minds these days.
Yeah, I know.
Not everyone has to be.
No, but I think he's saying that it's a great thing.
Yeah, okay.
He did use the word
congratulate you guys.
I mean, I'll tell you how it happened. I went to see Mario a while ago. I had no clue who he was. I didn't watch Steam Pipe Out. I didn't know any of that crap, and I just happened to be at Caroline's one night, saw him, and I came running back to him going, holy S, I saw this guy at Caroline's. He's out of his effing mind, and he does all these...
Mario Cantone.
He does all these impressions of women.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're like, we got to get him on the show, and then we just hit it off, man. We're like friends with the guy now.
No, that was great. I mean, how many of your listeners would just, like, shut you guys off if you told them that you're going to have an impersonator doing Judy Garland on your show?
That's what's amazing. Well, that's what's amazing. To have these guys calling up. Last time I got a phone call, you're Judy Garland. You're so funny. I can't believe it. It's like I'm in a time warp. This is bizarre, but it's great. I transcend.
Yeah.
And you got to see the guys and the women, a lot of women too, a lot of couples that come to see me, and
the chicks dig you,
Mario. Chicks dig me.
They do. The girls can.
Did I miss my call?
Cute. They're all talking about how cute Mario is.
Well, you know what? I think this is a good.
I dig the ladies.
I think this is a good place to take a break as Mario gets more juiced up.
I am not alone.
His head's gonna explode.
Bottom my big stone. Take a bite up to the toad. The elephant man's big fat bone.
She is lunatic.
Oh, my God.
What we're going to do as we go to break here is play the OJ prank call thing.
Okay.
It's unbelievable. People are just downloading this like crazy.
Yeah,
this
is so good.
We have a new friend, Kid Chris from Sacramento. He's on after us on the station we broadcast on at KXOA in Sacramento.
Yeah. He got O.J. Simpson's cell phone number a while back. He kept calling him and recording it. And it's just great stuff. OJ,
this is really OJ. And this is really Kid Chris just messing with him. It's a montage of all the calls he did. And it's on foundrymusic.com, our underground website, FOUNDRY music.com, foundrymusic.com.
He was calling him like every hour. And
O.J. Simpson likes blonde boys.
Oh, great. Check this out.
Yeah.
Oh, Juice?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Who's this?
This is AC. Let's go kill somebody tonight.
Hi.
Juice?
Yeah, hello.
OJ.
Who's this?
It's Al Michaels. My wife's been acting like a real bitch. I was wondering if you could help me kill her. What do you say, champ?
Do I know you? Hey.
Juice, it's Chris Rock. It's me, Chris Rock, Juice. What do you say you and I go kill the Spice Girls? Juice, every time I call you, I always be laughing.
Hello?
Juice, you're late. We're supposed to go out and kill people tonight. What's going on?
I really can't talk. I'm at dinner with a bunch of people, and I have no idea who you are.
I'm the real killer. OJ. Oh, what? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, Juice.
Yeah?
Juice, what's up?
Who is it?
It's Dan Dierdorf. You want to go throw the ball around, you know, have some beers, maybe kill somebody?
Yeah.
Hi, OJ, it's Kato. Want to go pick up some young girls and kill them? We can hold them underwater or something.
How'd it go?
Can I move in with you?
Hello?
Hi, OJ.
Hey.
Hey, it's Marcus Allen. Want to go get some bitches and kill them? Yeah. Gone.
That was a clip from Anthony, the retarded half of the Opie and Anthony show.
Don't go crazy, yo! We're back. It's the Opie and Anthony show in studio. You know, we oversay this, but it's really true with Mario. One of our faves.
Hell yeah.
Mario Cantone. He's playing Caroline's all this weekend, starting tomorrow night, Friday through Sunday. Call Caroline's, man. It's becoming a hot ticket in New York City to see Mario. All right?
It's special.
And everyone has a story about this disaster that happened 1.9 miles to my right, Anthony.
1.9 miles now.
Just following the equations from yesterday. Whoever you talk to in the city has a story.
You go from sad to angry, sad to angry.
I'm just ridiculously pissed. I usually spend the top of the show just ranting about how pissed I am.
About the latest.
Not only about what happened, but then how it's being handled by certain people, and I just get pissed. I just get so pissed.
Me too.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Thank you.
Do you like the tribute songs that all the other radio stations are playing?
I haven't heard a lot of them. What?
You know what it is? They get the sad song. They'll get like I Will Remember You. And then they gotta, that's not sad enough during this whole time. They gotta put news clips in of people's comments on how they lost people and how they found out about this and running from the building.
I don't know why you'd want to feel sadder. The event already makes you sadder than you've ever been in your life, and then there are people out there with these tribute songs trying to make you sadder.
I have to tell you, I mean, I cry every day anyway, so I don't cry every day, but I've been crying every day since this. It's just brutal, and I haven't been down there yet, and I have to go down there. I feel
so
like
do
I have to go down there.
And thinks I'm crazy. I'm like, I have to go down there.
I've got to go down there and see it.
I don't want to ever forget this.
Can't go down there. I have no want to go down.
You don't want to go down. I think everybody, like I said, I think everybody needs to do what, if people want to get on with their lives right away, they should. If they want to take a little time, I think they're allowed to. I think everybody needs to, it's an individual thing. You have to be like, when is it, when is it right to go to a comedy club and laugh? You want to come and laugh? Come on, man. I'll do my job and I'll make you laugh. If you don't want to come, don't. It's okay.
We're calling this show a distraction.
And
not only is this radio a distraction, going to a comedy comedy club. Like going to see you this weekend should be a distraction.
It takes your mind off.
I think it's okay.
That's right.
You know what I got? What this did also is you get. I did Rosie O'Donnell's show a week after this happened, and I was like, I would never say no, but it was I had to go on and be funny and sit down with her and be funny.
And it was like a week after.
I was shaking. I was so horrified, and it went very well. And Rosie was so gracious, and she just gave me the floor and just let me do what I do. And then I just thanked her for letting me come on and hope that we could forget for a few minutes. That's all I really said about the situation. But it was just and I walked down the street afterwards, and so many people came up to me and said, "I just saw you on Rosie. You made me laugh for the first time in a week." There was a sign in my building saying, "Mario, thank you for making me laugh for the first time in a week." I mean, I got lots of emails and feelings. So because as a comedian, you don't really know what you do. You don't know. You just do it. You don't know the effect.
Yeah, you have no clue.
I mean, people come to your show miserable, upset, whether this is going on or not, and you're helping someone laugh. Laughter it sounds corny, but I got that it's healing, and I never really kind of got that before. It's like, I'm just doing this. I don't know my effect. But there I am with all these people on the street coming up to me, and I'm like crying in their face like Tammy Faye Cantone. I was like, okay, calm down. Calm down, Tammy. I was like, Jim was really, he was innocent. He really was. I love you, Jesus. I was like, he really, really, really does.
No more interviews with your shirt off in Times Square by Caroline?
I did not have my shirt off.
We haven't talked to him since, have we?
No, on the phone.
On the phone we did real fast.
You called me on the phone. I had a beige Kenneth Cole sweater on, and you thought
it was a sweater?
Yeah.
Because I'm
sitting
at home.
Did it make you hot?
And I hear, oh, yes, the shirtless Mario. Yes.
Yeah.
I hear Mario Cantone from out in front of Caroline's talking about how it's affecting comedy clubs and Caroline's and how it's affecting just doing the act.
Everything.
So I turn around and I go, I turn and look at the TV and I go, Mario's not wearing a shirt. I go, Mario's not wearing a shirt. Why is Mario walking around Manhattan shirtless?
I was unshaven, too.
He's so distraught he's just walking around Manhattan naked. Dare I say, Mario, you looked rugged because you were unshaven.
I did look
Mario looking rugged. Look at that.
I had about a 4-day growth, and I had a shirt, a beige.
It was a beige.
I had a bodysuit on. It's one of those things I wore in Equus when I did it in high school. They wouldn't let me take off my clothes, so I had a bodysuit on.
I learned something. Mario could look rugged.
Is it a leotard?
It's a bodysuit.
On a bodysuit?
It's a very kind of Fosse bodysuit.
Fosse.
It's very Fosse.
I didn't realize it was this way because I was kind of across the room, so I looked at the TV from a distance and an angle, I guess. But I thought you were walking around Manhattan. For some reason, this disaster made you just tear your clothes off and walk around Manhattan.
Yeah.
Who would blame you, though?
You lost your mind. Unshaven like you were like Mariah. You just lost your mind, ripped your clothes off, and went outside.
I was in the kitchen with my mother breaking dishes. My movie sucks. My single didn't reach *1. What's wrong with me? Really significant now, huh, Mariah?
Yeah, they were interviewing her about her performance at the telethon.
Well, she came out.
But you know what it is now? They're asking her, how are you feeling? What's going on?
How is she feeling?
And you know what her answer is? It's not the right time to discuss that. I think now we're here to help out people that need it. And so she's deflecting it. But it's in a good way. What the hell?
And you know you can, sir. Take it! Take the note, choir!
Hey, Neil, what's going on?
Yeah, I just want to know if Mario saw Liza sing New York, New York at the Mets game, because I felt gay watching it.
You were gay for about 2 minutes.
Right. Later, fellas.
I did see it. And, I have to go out and sing New York, New York everywhere I can. It's important. I've got to sing it. Okay, the New York, New York Candor Up Front. No, that's not it. The New York, New York, Liza, but I'm going to sing it. But I need a jelly donut. Can I get me a jelly? Yeah, I did. I think stop spreading the... I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. Yeah, she was great, though. They put the hat on her, and she was, so cute. She looked great. You know what? She's out there doing it, and good for her. Good for her. And she's... I love Liza Minnelli. I know I goof on her, and I'm brutal to her, but I think she's brilliant, and I think she's talented, and She's out there doing it.
Did you ever meet her?
Oh, yeah, I've had dinner with her.
You've had dinner with her?
She's made me dinner at her house. Yeah.
Get out of town. And this is a person that you rag on.
Brutal.
He lives such a different life than you and I.
I'm trying.
Dinner Eliza.
I was being being managed by her manager, but I actually got friendly with her through Fred Ebb of Kander and Ebb, who wrote Cabaret in Chicago and New York. And Fred is a good friend, and I love him to death. And that's how I was at his place making him dinner, and she came over, and he said...
How did she come over? Did she just knock on the door, open up, and you're like...
She's like, hi, Cookie. And she gave me a kiss, and she looked so cute, and she had a little weight on, and her little face, little like Italian round face. She looked like a little cousine, you know. And she sat down, and Fred said, do her for her. Do her. I was like, what? Just do her. Just do her. I was like, so I put her on the table and I powder. So she said, come on, do it. So I said, she goes, what do you do? I said, I do you Forgetting the Words in Victor Victoria, the jazz hot song. She goes, just do it. And I did it. And she, when you play me the jazz hot, baby, and she was hysterical laughing. And then one time I did this, my lawyer's birthday party. It was this big show that Mark Sendroff, and Liza was there, and I was ready to do her, and she was like, you hear from the audience, please be kind.
Oh, no.
And I was like, don't worry, you know I do you. But, you know.
Please be kind.
Please be kind. I was like, I will, I promise you.
Hey, Ed, what's up?
Hey, Mario, I got a question for you.
Go ahead, Eddie.
I'm no expert on Liza, but did she stroke out?
When?
Did she have a stroke? Because the side of her face looks a little dead.
No, she didn't. No, I don't think she had a stroke, but she just talks like this.
Yeah, she's always had that lip thing.
It's not a stroke. It's just something that, I don't know what it is. It's just a lazy S. Her mother had it a little bit, too, but not as bad. Her mother was more like that.
Yeah, she did.
But if you look at Liza in her early career, she didn't really have it as much.
No.
But now it's just like, she didn't have a stroke. She's healthy and doing great, and she's losing weight, and she's you know, friends with Michael Jackson. What can I tell you?
Hey, we were speaking of tribute songs and songs about the tragedy.
Yeah.
We have one.
What is it?
Which one? Is it a new one?
Yeah, it's called The Taliban Can.
No way.
As in the Candyman can.
As in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
This is from David Silver.
Wait. We went from tribute songs to now, are they starting to goof on this thing?
They're doing parody songs, I guess.
The Taliban Can?
The Taliban.
What is it from, like Osama bin Laden and the Skid Mark Factory? What is this from?
I don't know. It's a guy named David Silver.
All right.
You want to listen to a little bit of it?
Okay.
Abdul, come. It is time to make the jihad. Wait. What is that noise? I think it is the Americans.
Who can take some towels? Wrap them around their heads. Harbor some gorillas, thumb their noses at the feds. The Taliban. Oh, the Taliban can. The Taliban can, 'cause they like to help bin Laden make the world go boom. Who can grab Osama? Catch him in a sting. Slap him into handcuffs, beat his ass like Rodney King. The Taliban. Oh, the Taliban can.
Uh-oh, J.P. Morgan's heading toward the gong.
The Taliban can, 'cause they like
and
to
Rex
help
3 gives it a 0.
Oh, look at that. No, Jamie Farr's holding back the big gong thing. Will she be able to gong them? And look, Artie Johnson's hiding in the bushes like the German character from Laugh-In.
We may have to blow their bridges.
Give it the gong. It doesn't make sense.
When we're done with Kabul. Iran has been defiled. Gaddafi, Yasser, Idi Amin, and his crocodile. They're all gonna pay. Yeah, Bush will make them pay. Bush will make him pay, 'cause he's got $40 billion to make the world feel good. His daddy saved.
All right. I don't get it.
I did not appreciate that at all. The Taliban can? No. It is not correct at all.
Yeah, how come they're talking about Bin Laden and how the Taliban could lock him up, but they're pals with each other? It just didn't make sense.
It makes no sense.
It made no sense.
Well,
the Taliban can. The Taliban can. In America. They're coming to America. Cracklin' Rosie, get on board, 'cause the Taliban can. Neil Diamond's been popping in every so often for the past couple of weeks. Neil Diamond pops in for no apparent reason.
Hey, Tim, what's up?
Yo, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Hey, I was wondering, since Mario doesn't use his tool, I wonder if he could hook up with those penis puppeteer guys.
Since he doesn't use his tool?
My tool? I use my tool.
He uses his tool just in a different way.
I just don't use it the way he uses it. Oh, the puppet penis? I've heard about the penis.
Yeah, oh my God. You heard of the penis puppeteers from Australia?
I'll be careful how I say this, but we love the guys.
Hey, easy.
At first, we were.
Wait, they were here?
Yeah, they came in here.
Let me walk you through it.
Well,
Rick tells us guys are going to come in, they're going to drop their pants, and then they're going to with their junk and make things out of it. Okay.
So they make things out of their genitals.
Yeah. So Aunt and I'll be honest, we're like, this is too gay.
Like, this is going to be a rough one, because we're a guy show. It's kind of rough, you know. You guys love when we have the girls in here. We love when we have the girls in here.
Just allowing you to get into a straight guy's head here. So we're thinking, we're starting to get homophobic and all that. Like, I don't know if I can handle this. I'm being honest with you.
I love it. Go ahead.
Let me tell you, by the end of their segment, we were laughing so freaking hard, we didn't even care anymore.
I have to go see it. I heard it's really funny.
It's at the Houseman Theater or something?
Yeah.
But when they make... The hamburger is
ridiculous.
Funny.
What they do is they take. It seems like their main part of their junk has been stretched because they're like making things out of it for so many years that it was.
They're able to wrap it around more than once. Let's just put it that way.
So he the one guy wrapped it around his finger.
They have a good size there.
Yeah, but it seems to be... Yeah.
Well, and he can make the human thong.
Let's just say it's a lot more pliable. Yeah, they made the thong where he pulled it around back and pulled it all the way up where it was the whole length of his butt crack.
On my ass!
Yeah. Then the hamburger. They wrap it around their finger, put one part of their yam bag on one side, the other part on the other, and turn the whole package sideways. And it looks like the yam bag part is the bun, and the curled up main part is the meat. You can say that.
I gotta get good seats for this. I mean, you gotta get good seats for this. If you're in the back of the house.
Well, they also have cameras on it and a big screen.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they got projection. Yes,
and Pinavision. They call it. The jumbo.
Then they made a snail, the Loch Ness Monster. The windsurfer.
The windsurfer is disturbing. He takes the skin down there of the yam bag, pulls it so it looks like a big sail, and then grabs the other part and starts turning it like a sailboard thing.
Wow. Well, I walk, don't run. I'll be there.
It's ridiculous.
And then the hungry bird, Ant.
The hungry baby bird. He can pull the skin all the way up that's around it, and pulls it tight up and works the front like a baby bird mouth and goes beep, 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 beep.
Okay. I've had enough of the puppetry of the penis. And they're white guys, which is fascinating.
Yeah, they're Australian.
Oh, they're Australian.
Yeah.
Oh.
Melissa, what's going on?
Hello.
Hey.
Melissa. Hi, honey.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Mario.
Hello, Melissa.
Hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
We're going to come and see you on Saturday.
You are?
We cannot wait.
Okay.
My cousin and I are coming from Jersey.
Oh, very good.
Have you ever seen him?
No, never.
Oh.
We love Sex in the City, and we watch him every time he was on, even though he's on a couple times. But we want you to come back, we hope. I am a little something.
I'll be back on January 13th is my second episode.
Yeah.
And they're repeating the season premiere right after Band of Brothers. So, and I'm doing more next year. So,
oh, good.
That's been pretty great.
So you'll hear us. We'll be screaming in the crowd for
you. You're like Joan Rivers' daughter. Melissa, can you hear me?
Right, you better do it for me, honey.
Milagro.
All right, Mario, love you.
I love you.
Bye.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Bye.
Oh, baby, I could have them all. These chicks dig me. You know what? I really like them.
Mario Cantone's going to be at Caroline's.
I'm not gay, just act that way.
Friday through Sunday, you should call Caroline's for tickets. They're going to go fast this time around.
Just to recover from some of the conversation we've had, I've had to pop up the Tara Reid website and just look at scantily clad pictures of the beautiful Tara Reid.
They have to infuse themselves.
I have to. Look,
TNA.
I have to.
That's okay. I know.
I know. Look at it.
Sweet. What's her name?
Tara Reid.
Tara Reid.
From American Pie?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's a beautiful girl.
When she's getting orally satisfied in that movie?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen the director's cut, the unedited version of that.
There's more to that scene.
Is there more to that scene?
On the DVD.
In the second one, American Pie 2, American Pie 1.
I haven't seen American Pie 2.
It's so funny.
I'm like the only one.
I didn't think I was going to. I liked it better than the first one. I thought it was really, really funny. Yeah. Very funny. And I wish that woman was in it more. The one that plays Stifler's mother. She was in Legally Blonde. She was so funny and so heartbreaking too. Brilliant. She's something else. That I don't even know.
Legally Blonde, another movie I've never seen.
Very good, very funny. She's so talented. That Reese Witherspoon, very talented, a talent and a delight.
All right, yeah, we can play that.
What are we playing?
You're sticking around, right?
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
Of course.
Where am I gonna go? I got nothing to do.
I got no place else to go. I got no place else to go. Don't you do that. Don't you. I got no place else to go. I got nothing.
There you go. That's all right. All right. That's the best scene. Officer and a Gentleman.
It's a great scene.
Hey, we got a little something as we go to break here.
I love that Deborah Winger, too. I love her in Terms of Endearment. I cry. Why do you hate flip-flop? Why do you hate him? And then, like, Shirley MacLaine's like, don't call me a grandmother! You're a grandmother.
Who the F does Deborah Winger?
Only I do. Betty Davis loved Deborah Winger. She was quite a talent, Deborah Winger. They say she's difficult, but they say that about all great actresses. I am not difficult. I was a professional. Joan Crawford had a different set of breasts every day. It was like bumping into the Hollywood Hills. Joan Crawford was horrible, evil, a terrible woman. She really, really, really was. Every day she would say, bless you to the crew. Bless you, bless you. I would come in and say, is bless you arrived yet? Where the hell is bless you? She hated it.
That was a great little Hollywood battle,
yeah. A little bit, it was a great Hollywood battle.
All right, more with Mario Cantone. Right. Check this little ditty out here.
Sweet.
I just don't get this time, man. I turn on the MTV and I see, like, D'Angelo looking all cool. He's got his shirt off and stuff, and all the girls be liking it. How do I do that? I don't know how to do it. How can I be cool? I know why I'm not cool. I can tell you why I'm not cool. Here we go. Come on. I don't have a car that goes boom, 'cause I'm too wide. You're way too wide, dog. Way too wide. Come on. I wear cheap-ass shoes, 'cause I'm too wide. Those cheap-ass shoes. Look at you, cracker boy. I won't shower at the gym, and you want to know why. Why's that, man? Why's that? Come on. 'Cause I'm too wide. Come on. 'Cause I'm too wide. Way too wide. Because I'm too wide. Yeah, come on. Do one more. The brothers call me cracker ass, 'cause I'm too wide. You cracker ass. I don't understand that dude named Nelly, 'cause I'm too wide. Way too wide, man. My girlfriend, she left me. Why's that? You want to know why? Yeah, tell me why. Come on. 'Cause I'm too wide. Oh, no. 'Cause I'm too wide. Because I'm too wide. I can't play the basketball because I'm too wide. Yo, Jordan, what's up? Jay Will can play it well, 'cause he hates being white. He hates that, man, white boy. Magic Johnson got the AIDS. You want to know why? Oh, why is that, man? Why is that? He banged the white. Oh. He banged the white. He banged the white. Oh, man. I can't sing the song right, 'cause I'm too high. Way too high, man. I don't get the Def Comedy Jam, 'cause I'm too high. I just don't get their jokes. I don't get it. I can't get the girlies, 'cause I'm hung like a fruit fly. Hey, I hate being white. I hate being white. I hate being white.
Hey, working hard, playing hard America. This is your blood brother of all things sonic bombast, Ted Nugent. And you're listening to Opie and Anthony, my blood brothers of rock and roll.
Opie, Anthony. 1027 WNEW.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. Mario, you dig the STP or what?
I dig the STP. It's a really good motor oil.
Yes.
Lube it up!
You have to know Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh, I know them.
Okay.
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit.
Oh.
Don't forget to bring a towel. You still haven't seen the Towley episode. I'm waiting, your SCP. Stone Temple Pilots. Does that mean they're stoned and they go to temple?
Temple.
They're stoned in the temple.
We got some...
the white boy music.
Mario playing Caroline's this weekend. Tickets going fast. I'm telling you guys, you're crazy.
Come now, you guys. 212-757-4100.
212-757-4100. Very good.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, 1 show Sunday.
Terrific.
And then they're bringing you back in October.
Yeah, every Sunday in October. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little run there, just to do it. Caroline's on Broadway.
Hey, couple of stories that have hit the news. You know, we've been any news has been about the World Trade Center and Pentagon terrorist bombing, whatever the hell you want to call it. But Santa Clara, California, Lonnie O'Grady, who played Dick Van Patten's oldest daughter.
Oh, that's right.
In the 70s TV show 8 Is Enough. Dead at 46. Dead.
46.
Found dead in her mobile home by a neighbor.
Oh, come on. She lived in a mobile home?
Mobile home, 46, dead. After the show, O'Grady drifted away from acting and went to what? That got her in a mobile home at 46 years old.
Home? Why?
Dead.
And it's no secret she had a lot of problems with drugs after the show.
With the dope. Well, everybody on that show was on the dope. Well, I think even Dick Van Patten was snorting coke.
One of the best true Hollywood stories.
Yeah.
Which was one? Which was
the 8 Is Enough.
8 Is Enough. All a bunch of little druggies, even a little one.
Do you know, I lived in a mobile home. In 1973, my mother wanted to redecorate the house, and she didn't have the money, so she burnt it down. And, yeah, she did. She burnt the house down. I'm not kidding. Well, she's dead now, so she can't.
Wait. You can't just blow off that part of the story. You got to explain.
She burnt down the house. She had the house burnt so she could get the insurance money to redecorate.
Okay, were you one of those families that had the trailer on the front lawn in front of the burnt house?
In the back.
I've seen that, right.
We had the big, she rented a mobile home and we stayed in it. It was like, hi, everybody. We all had like southern accents for a while. It was so weird. It was like, and we had like a silver Christmas tree with red balls. I mean, it was like so bizarre. I was in a mobile home.
Were you able to build the house the way she wanted? With the insurance money?
She hired this guy named Mikey, his reputation was he never finished a job. And she was like, he'll finish a job for me. He'll do it for me. I'm like, well, he's not going to. I was warned. He'll finish it for me. He never finished the job. He did about 3/4 of it. And then she finished it. She did. Staining furniture and grouting tile. And yeah, I was like, you're a lesbian. What's going on? You're like butching it up and finishing the house. You had a tool kit on her waist.
A tool belt and everything.
And then she was like booking numbers at the same time. She was unbelievable. She was a jack of all trades, let me tell you. Bookie, housewife, and carpenter.
My dad made cars go away.
Oh.
My dad made cars disappear.
Sure.
Yeah. The family car.
My mother got insurance on a car that was stolen that never existed.
Oh, wow.
How about that one?
That's a talent.
That's a talent. That's an amazing
thing. My dad would get rid of cars like you got rid of your pets when they got old. You know, remember that day when all of a sudden Dad would take the pet and come home without the pet?
Yeah, I know.
He would do that with cars in my family.
My mother did it with dogs and cars. My mother would take my dogs for a ride. She called it a ride.
A ride.
Never see the dog again. She was like a hitman for all the animals in my family. And then she would lie and be like, "Ma, where's Smokey? He was in the backyard. I don't know. He must have ran away in a thunderstorm. I didn't see him." I was like, what?
We all have one of those stories.
And then when she died, we all found out the truth. Like, where's the dog? She sold it to a family who lived on a farm in Spencer, Massachusetts. Am I going to see it? No, sorry. He's frolicking and free, but he's not yours anymore. It was like,
oh, man.
We found out all the secrets, but she was just...
That was doggy habits.
She was intense, my mother. Those dogs were like, bye. See you later. The last one was saved because she died in 81. May she rest in peace. But the last dog she got from my brother... he finally died because he was like arthritis in his ass, and I used to call him, "Hey, little arthritic ass Misty." He was cute. He was a Keishand.
But just skated under the wire.
He did. He got it. He would have been gone. That's all he did was yap, that dog. And now I cannot get attached to dogs. I don't want a dog around because they leave. They go away. They die. It's like fair enough people die. I cannot.
They outlive you.
I cannot get emotionally attached to a dog.
You got to get one of those Sony dogs, the ones that are mechanical.
Yeah, the Disney audio animatronic.
Right. Exactly. What's wrong with that? Yeah, there you go. They'll be your pal for life.
They don't pee at all.
What's that instant feedback there, Mario?
I got a little email from Aaron in Boston that says, O&A, Mario is the greatest. His sister is the best bartender at Ferrari's restaurant in Malden, Massachusetts. My sister Camille. Who's, she's kind of a cigarette smoking.
Yeah, you use your sister Camille a lot in your act.
Yeah, I called her up when this whole thing happened. She is so angry. She is like, I'm like, what are we going to do? She's like, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. I'll tell you what we do. Round them up, and send them all back. I don't mean to hurt them. Round them up. Oh, you're a nice one? Too bad. Get on the boat. You're going back. Yeah. Oh, really? You're a high priest? Get on the boat. Round them all up. We're too paranoid. No offense to anybody. Round them up. I'm sorry. I don't mean to hurt you. It's a gentle cruise. You'll have drinks. Round them up. I was like, okay, well, that's an interesting concept.
Holy Jesus.
Oh, she's a trip myself.
Round them up.
Round them up.
I like the idea.
Hey, something else in the news, Anthony.
Yeah.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Quickly before we even get to that one, I know which one you're going to.
You have another one?
Angelina Jolie has donated $1 million to the Afghan refugees. Yeah. Angelina Jolie, $1 million to help the refugee Afghans. What? Angelina, did you notice there's a couple of things here broken, busted, that could use $1 million? That there are families of dead people that could really use? You know, a lot of people said, oh, well, hey, look at this. They've raised $500 million so far, $500 million. If you divvy that up between everyone that's died, it works out to be like $75,000 apiece. That's not really a lot considering they're dead. Yeah. You know what I mean? For everyone else involved. $1 million she gives to the Afghan refugees. What?
Yeah,
Angelina, what?
Time for that, Angelina.
What do you do? Why do you do? What is the...
Angelina!
So there you go.
Is that a plunger on your face or you just want to kiss me?
We should get the chapstick sponsorship.
That's just amazing.
Angelina.
It's not only all the death and destruction. There's so many people losing their jobs.
That could just in New York alone. Donate $1 million. I think the Afghans are probably the last people you should be giving them.
Not a good idea right now.
Right.
All right. Well, and then this could be the story of the day, Anthony.
What's going on now with Mike?
Our favorite fighters in the news again. Yes. Las Vegas, Nevada. Detectives have searched the $1 million plus Las Vegas estate of boxer Mike Tyson, taking away possible evidence.
More evidence.
After a woman accused the former world heavyweight champion of
stealing her purse.
I'll give you 3 guesses.
Grabbing her tickets?
Stealing her car.
Take it, you guys take it.
Yes, accused the former world heavyweight champion of rape.
Again.
Tyson, who has not been charged in connection with the allegations, was cooperative during the search.
Alligators? What did the alligators have to do with this?
Which was conducted on Wednesday at his 11,000 square foot mansion in the desert resort city. Las Vegas Police Captain Dennis Cobb has said.
I could spell alligators.
No.
TLUVR. Alligator.
Allegations.
What does that mean? They've been levied against me. They're all inaccurate. First of all, I couldn't have perpetrated this crime. There's no way. Perpetrated. LMZQ, the number 2 and the sign for hydrogen.
No, it starts with a P, Mike.
PLUCQ. Alligators. Oh, I was on perpetrated. Alligator. I could not have done that because I was hibernating. You know how Mike Tyson lives. I burrow myself in a hole and I sleep until the weather gets warm again. So the police had to question me. You know what they did? They woke Mike up. They crawled into my hole with a big stick and a needle at the end, and they sedated me a little and then pulled me out.
Is that why you're a little lethargic?
I'm just a tad lethargic. How do we spell that?
L-T-O
and a can of tuna and a Y.
L.
Lethargic.
I'm afraid to say anything about him because he will kick my ass. He will kill me.
When are you ever going to see him?
We said the other day.
I see him once in a while in my neighborhood. He goes to Nay Grill, this restaurant, right on 23rd
Wait,
Night.
he lives in New York? He's in New York a lot?
I've seen him there a few times, and I walk by him scared. He will take me, beat me, and plow me.
We suggested that we send him over to Afghanistan. He'll find Bin Laden, and he'll drag him out of that cave by his nutsack.
That's a good idea.
Drop the mic bomb.
Yeah.
You just take me off the Zoloft and set me loose. I'll bite his ear off and sexually assault him. Finally, I'll put my evil powers to good use.
Chris makes a good point. Chris?
Hey.
Go ahead, Chris.
I just wonder what's up with all these women that still hanging out with Tyson. What are they doing going back to his house?
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah. Any woman that would go with him alone
after all this
is kind of silly.
Yeah.
You know, and then I think a lot of them, you know, and I hate to say this because it's one of those things you say, hey, it's your fault. It's the girl's fault. But, you know, with Mike, what are you going to do? It's like wearing a chopped meat suit and getting into a lion cage.
Well,
you know, what the hell's going to happen?
Well, OJ still has girlfriends, too. I mean,
OJ's got the blondes that look just like the girl he killed.
I know. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with them.
They love it. They like a bad boy. They like the danger there, Marion.
Yeah, I like the thug boy.
There's a lot of danger.
But, you know, give me your criminal record first and let me check it out.
Jenny.
I got some audio from my last date.
Hi, yeah. I tried to call earlier when you had the guy from WWF on. I'm sorry, I'm not too up on my WWF.
Al Snow, yeah.
But I just wanted to tell you guys that thank you so much for doing that. I love the Mike Tyson impression.
You want to go out with Mike? I'm almost done with the police. All they have to do is measure me and measure my teeth and put a tag in my ear and a radio collar on me.
I thought they did that already when you went with the girl in Florida, though.
I rubbed it on a tree and dislodged it. The radio collar. That's why they had trouble finding me during these alligators.
We could track you on the internet now, Mike.
Oh, that's the problem.
It's so weird when I came up to the house and the police were there. They were pouring plaster of Paris in my footprints and selling them at the souvenir shop down the road. Why'd they call me Sasquatch?
You know, I had something really poignant to say, but I completely forgot it because I'm laughing so hard.
I got audio from my last date. Thank you. I'll call you cab.
Thank you so much.
You can go home now. Tell him Mike sent you.
I'm going to go finish getting dressed now. I'm butt naked.
Oh, hey. Hey now.
I never have to tell the cab driver a different address for all my girlfriends. I just go, emergency room, when I send them home.
Hey, Pat, what's going on? Pat.
Matt?
Matt, what's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Opie, I love your Mike Tyson impression.
No.
Yeah, Opie's doing that.
No,
Mike.
No, I'm proud to say that Anthony is one of the best impressionists, and he does a great Mike Tyson.
You do a great Mike.
No, Anthony.
No, he does a good Reagan.
No. We just found out that Mike spends a lot of time in New York. Anthony does that great Tyson impression.
Last time I was in New York, I was climbing the Empire State Building, and biplanes were shooting at me. And I had a screaming blonde in my hand. Oh, yeah, supposed to use a bullhorn for some stupid reason. Why do Mike always talk through the bullhorn?
Why? Because of the time he was in Europe.
I don't know. Oh, it was the time. That's right.
He was in Europe, and he had to talk to the crowd that was outside the hotel room.
That was it. He was in England right after he got out of prison. And the people in England were protesting that he was there. And he grabbed a bullhorn and tried to calm the English crowd down.
There were thousands of people outside his hotel.
Hey, your women are whores. Your Lady Di was a whore, and the Queen is an old bitch. I love your English women with the bad teethuses, and now I will date one and punch her in the vulva.
I'm on the Zoloft thing, right? But I'm on that to keep me from killing y'all.
Thank God for Zoloft.
Thank God for Zoloft is right. What about Oscar De La Hoya? I like the Oscar De La Hoya.
Oscar De La Hoya.
I love the Oscar De La Hoya. I love his album. It's riveting. Have you heard his album?
I couldn't spell Hoya today. It was a crossword puzzle.
H-O-Y-A, right?
I know. There was an extra space there.
He puts the sombrero
Something was going on.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Don't forget the La Hoya.
You've heard his album?
Yeah. You know, I knew it was coming before because he used to put on the sombrero and get the mandolin and be like, it was like, okay. And then he's like, music is my passion. It is something that I just really, it's not something my mother wanted me to do, my father wanted me to do. I wanted to do it myself. And music is really my number one passion, and I like to write music and just sing it like Ricky Martin.
Hey, Stacy's on the phone. She said,
yeah.
Stacy.
Hey, what's up, dude?
You would date Mike Tyson?
Would I date Mike Tyson? Mike Tyson would have to get a charge from me. Mike Tyson needs somebody like me. I could handle his ass.
Oh, you think so, bitch?
Oh,
Come over
I
here. I'll
think
slap
so.
you silly. You ever see the size of my hand? I could hold a whole blonde in it and climb the Empire State Building.
Just bring it, baby. Just bring it.
Yeah, right, you bitch.
I'm
off the Zoloft.
Speak straight.
I'm off the Zoloft, and you know what Zoloft is like? You ever see the
you need
chains
more
in the King
Zoloft
Kong
than me.
movie on stage? Chains equals Zoloft. And when I'm off it, I'm off the chains. And before you know it, I'm eating Subway cars.
She got scared.
Hey, we gotta back up a few minutes because a bunch of people are calling about this. Chuck?
Yeah, you just hung up on a naked chick without playing What's in My Pants. Are you guys getting lazy or what?
No, you know what it is? We're slowly but surely getting back to how we do this radio show.
Yeah, I know, but
it's still a little early. It's still a little early.
How come it was okay for man meat, but it's too early for naked chick? We got to get a naked girl in this. You know something? I think we're ready. I think we're ready for the first naked girl back to the O&A show.
I was here that day with that girl that showed me her breasts. And
right.
I'm a newlywed, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't have sex with my wife for the first 3 days after.
Chuck,
3 days after the thing, man, I had to get back into it, man.
We have an idea, and we're just wondering if enough time has passed so we could do something like this without people getting, I don't even know how to explain this, but we want to have some kind of contest where we have women show their patriotism.
Yeah.
Where they wear, like, the Stars and Stripes and stuff, bikinis and things like that.
Something like that, just as an excuse to get naked women on the show.
Yeah, but we just don't know if the time's right yet, that's all.
Well, listen, whatever you do, it's always great, man. You guys are really the best. I listen to you guys every day. Yeah,
thank you, man.
I love you, man.
Thanks, Chuck.
Have a great day, man.
This guy wants to defend Angelina Jolie
for giving $1 million to Afghans.
John.
Yeah.
Hey.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, we say there's good Afghans in this country, and the innocent ones are fleeing from over there because they know we're going to go over there and kick their ass.
Well, let's take care of the people at home
Don't matter.
first.
That's part of war, my friend.
2 words, Jane Fonda.
There you go.
It's different.
That's
completely different.
Jane Fonda.
No, Jane Fonda said we were wrong for doing that. All she's doing is helping out the people that we're displacing.
Displacing. I'd like to displace them with bombs.
Why doesn't Angelina Jolie go over there and do some photo ops with the Taliban?
Yeah,
Jane
maybe she
Fonda.
could sit on an anti-aircraft gun.
Jane Fonda.
That's completely different.
We got to take care of our own people first.
I don't think it's time
agree.
to
I
share
think we're
the
doing a
wealth
good job
policy.
of that.
Go down to ground zero, John, and then I think you'd be a little pissed off about this.
Hey, I am pissed off about it.
Go to an airport. See how many people aren't working. Come on. $1 million.
Go to all the restaurants downtown and see all the empty restaurants. And
round them up!
Round them up! Bus boys, I'm sorry. Let's go. Get on the boat.
So is that all the innocent people in Afghanistan's fault?
No, you know something? It's something
it's
we
not.
can't be bothered with right now is innocent people in Afghanistan. How about innocent people that were killed 2 weeks ago?
We're still trying to find body parts so people could bury their loved ones. If you don't understand that, I don't know what to tell you.
I understand the innocent people over there in Afghanistan. Sorry, can't worry about them right now. Got to worry about our own asses being blown up. Sorry.
Right. Worry about home.
Sorry. Sorry.
He hung up.
He's defending her, Angelina Jolie.
I don't know if he was defending her. He was trying to, play devil's advocate.
Maybe that's it.
The devil's advocate.
Did Billy Bob Thornton, I hope he just took that big, meaty hand of his and punched her right in the big fat lips. I don't advocate wife beating, except in this situation.
Mike, what's up?
Hey, maybe it's local. Hey, Mario, you're the best.
Thank you, Mike.
Loved you in Quiz Show, by the way.
Oh, gee, thanks. My one scene.
Key role. Listen,
you were in Quiz Show? You were in Quiz Show?
I had one scene. I played a guy that harassed Ray Fiennes at a phone booth and chased him down the street. I'm the one scene wonder, let me tell you. Yeah.
Let's hear the line.
I'm sorry?
Let's hear the line, Mario.
The line that I said there?
Yeah.
I was like, because the premise was he was a quiz show whiz, and he was guessing all these answers, and I was like, hey, Charles Van Doren, look, it's Charles Van Doren. Hey, Chucky, answer this question. What street do I live on in Brooklyn? You don't know that, do you, huh, Chucky? What are you doing, dialing 411 for information? Look at he's dialing 411 for information.
I remember that scene.
Give me an autograph. Come on, Chuck, give me an autograph for my wife. Come on, Chuck, don't be a snob. Give me an autograph for my wife. And then it fades out. I improvised most of that. Robert Redford was like, go ahead, just say what you want. I was like, okay, get ready.
Look at that.
Maybe I'm a little late. I want to know what would happen if Joan Crawford went on a date with Tyson.
Well, let's see.
What are you doing, Doc?
You know?
She has us laughing in the back.
Well, Miss Crawford, take off your shoes, Mike.
She's a bad mamma jamma. I wouldn't F with her. You see what she did to little girls. Imagine what she'd do to Mike.
I'd kick you square in the nuts with the big Pottery Barn plant pot. That's what I do.
And you have to clean behind it.
You scrub behind your scrotum and the wrinkles in the back of your neck. Look at it. It's all dirty. There's grime on the back of your neck, deep in the crevices like a Thomas's English muffin.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You clean up this.
Yes. Strap yourself in. Don't let her catch you.
Are you mocking me? Are you making fun of me? Michael! No wire boxing gloves ever! Michael, get out of that bed. I buy you beautiful Everlast shorts, and you put them on a wire hanger. Get out of that bed. What do you call me?
Yes, Mommy dearest.
When I wanted you to say that, I wanted you to mean it. Come over here.
What a great goddamn movie.
Oh, great. I have it on Sweet DVD.
Hey, Tony's so pissed off on the instant feedback. Yeah. I will never, ever J.O. to Angelina Jolie again.
Good. And neither will I.
Billy Bob, what are you doing? What are you doing with that fist?
I aim to kill you with it. Mm-hmm. Giving money to the Afghanis, that ain't good. I'm gonna force feed you French fried potatoes till you're fat. Mm-hmm.
Patty.
Yeah.
What's up?
Nothing much. I was calling about Angelina Jolie.
Yes, Angelina Jolie.
Huh?
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. She's just like, what the hell?
Hey, watch that F word. She's like an effing something.
We all slip once in a while, Patty.
Yes.
But
Patty.
You got a potty mouth.
I also had another idea about who should do the cleanup down at Ground Zero.
Mm-hmm.
We should... Hello?
Yeah,
yes.
We should, chain all these criminals that our tax money is going for.
Criminals.
You know, all these killers and stuff like that. Chain their butts together.
You know what's going on at Ground Zero? The cops and the firemen and the EMT and all that, they are down there digging because they want to be the ones to take their brothers out of there.
Right.
Oh, I guess
they're actually at this point don't want any volunteers. They're sending a lot of volunteers away from the Ground Zero area because the firemen and the policemen especially want to take their brothers out of there. Right. And they will not leave until every single one of them is out of there, or someone tells them, look, we're just not going to find them. That's what's going on down there.
I just figured, if we're gonna pay for these people to sit in jail and do nothing, and maybe they should dig out some stuff, you know. But
all I have to say is thank God for those guys.
All right, Patty.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Unbelievable.
You guys rock.
Bye, Patty. Meet Patty, who lives most everywhere from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. Who's next?
And she says, but Patty likes rock and roll. A hot dog makes her lose control.
Why do I do it? 'Cause like their cousins, identical cousins all the way. I love that show.
I want to one more about Jolie. Jason, what's up? Hello. Jason.
Hello.
Jason, turn on the radio. That's a delay.
Yeah, shut off the radio.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hi, Jason.
For future reference, anyone that calls the show, you got to keep the radio down because we're on a delay. It'll screw you up. All right, go ahead, Jason.
I just wanted to say that you guys rock. Since you got on the Cleveland market, everyone I know up here has been listening to you. It's awesome.
Hey,
I see wall stickers everywhere. It's great.
We're going to try to get to Cleveland soon, bro.
Well, make sure everybody up here knows about it, because I'm sure they'll have a huge turnout.
No, you'll know. But did you have something on Jolie or no?
Yeah, I did. They should strap her to the first bomb they drop on Afghanistan, because part of the reason why Afghanistans are fleeing there is because the Taliban has collected all the food rations and not giving anything to the people over there.
Of course. You don't think aid is going to them already? Aid is going to them already. What they do in these lousy countries, we give them food and money and everything else they need, and the lousy governments they have in their place, and we've done this a lot in Africa too, take the food and supplies and sell them and give the money to the head muckety-mucks of the government. So that's all that's going to happen there. Until the Taliban's gone, those people are effed, whether Angelina Jolie gives her $1 million in there or not. They're crooks. We can't fathom the corruption of that level. We can't feed it, though.
I think they should drop her on Afghanistan. Was the first one we dropped.
All right, Jason, thank you. Bye.
It's treason.
We'll wrap up the show next.
All right.
Mario Cantone playing Caroline's all this weekend.
That's
Friday,
right,
Saturday, and Sunday. Call Caroline's. Tickets are going fast.
Come on down.
Yes. And also tonight at the WWF, a bunch of us going down to check out Al Snow on the last episode of Tough Enough. So
I'd like to do a guest spot with the WWF. I want to wrestle.
Really?
Yeah, right.
Really?
I would run around that ring like Snoopy. I'd be like,
those guys are...
They're big.
They're the real deal, too. They hurt each other, even though it's still scripted and everything. They hurt each other.
They must get hurt, even though it's it's a play. It's theater.
Well, these guys get hurt. They take
They
take bumps, big time.
Taking bumps.
They're very big boys.
All right, we'll play What Do We Learn next.
Opie and Anthony.
What do you think this show is?
It's a mix between curious bemusement and outright horror.
It's absolutely disgusting.
It's awful.
Filth and trash.
It's really bad, but it's really good.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Truly tasteless and not funny.
Yeah. Anthony, O2 Go.
Oh, my God, Opie, O2 Go. You know what it is? It's
water.
Distilled water, which is very healthy for you. And they oxygenate it. So it's got more oxygen in it than regular water. And I don't just mean, Mario, that like you get half a bottle of water. Like half is water and the top half is oxygen.
No, they infuse it.
Infuse it. Sure, why not? Wait a minute. Infuse.
No, it's
LPQRDM62. Infuse.
It's water.
It's water with oxygen, Opie. And you know what that does? Do you? It makes you more healthy, more alert. Oxygen's great for the body.
I know it quenches the thirst.
I would go out on a limb here.
It's water!
I'm going to go out on a limb,
with
though.
oxygen.
I'm going to say without oxygen, we would die. I'm going out on a limb.
But if there's oxygen in the water, is it carbonated? Is it sparkly?
No. It tastes just like regular water, but it's better for you.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
O2 Go.
Opie and Anthony, every afternoon, including Saturday afternoon, 102.7 WNEW.
Hey, we want to thank Mario Cantone for stopping by today.
Thank you, boys. I had a great time.
It makes our job very easy when it comes in to visit.
You feed me with love, material, comedy, and tragedy, and I love you both so much.
Caroline's, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here in New York.
Yeah, come on down. 212-757-4100 reservations. Please come.
All right. Want to play What Did We Learn today?
Yes, I do want to play What Did I Learn today.
We love this part of the show.
Me too.
Eric, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I learned that chains equal the Zoloft.
Chains equal Zoloft.
Got that right.
And that Joan Crawford could take on Tyson.
Yeah.
You bet your ass I could.
All right, take care, boys.
Goodbye, boy.
Sergio, what's going on?
I learned that Michael Jackson is now a geisha girl.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about the video that much.
Yeah, I think we put it together. You got to see it for yourself.
It's horrific.
Frightening.
Brutal.
He's a gang leader, once again, in one of his videos.
His expression when he's looking with Chris Tucker, and they're looking at the girl, and it's like, no, she was looking at me.
Yeah. I can handle this.
I can handle this. And he tries to, at one point, make this mean face where he, crinkles his nose up, and it was like, don't, you'll break it. Stop it. It's going to crack.
And he must have had Botox. His face doesn't move. There's no emotion.
It doesn't move at all.
Botox face.
It doesn't move.
He looks like Jim Carrey in The Mask.
It really does look like a mask.
Yeah.
And the nose, it's been said a million times, the nose isn't even human anymore.
No,
it is in a shape that I've never seen before.
Like an alien. Like weird. The alien drawings that Betty and Barney Hill made.
It really looks like he's
when they came out of there.
It looks like he's going to rip off his face and go, I'm really Macaulay Culkin.
I think we have some clips from the video.
Look at that.
Check it.
She looks homeless.
Was that him going?
No, that was hard to understand.
No, that was Chris Tucker.
Because I heard Chris Tucker.
Yeah, and then he just said, she looks good.
She looks good. I'm a tough guy.
Liza, I want you to sing Over the Rainbow. I can't. It was my mother's song. Please sing it for me. I just can't. Please. Okay. If you buy me a Young People's plate at the International House of Pancakes with extra bacon eyebrows.
I heard she did that I Love You, Michael thing both nights.
Both nights.
So it wasn't like the spontaneous little thing. It's so Hollywood.
All right, let's check out this clip.
Biz.
Let's check out this clip.
Ooh, that ain't right.
Oh, my God.
That girl's a pretty young thing. Come here, girl.
You see, looking at me. That girl is mine. You know it. Oh my God, Chris, that's it. That's the best girl I've seen all day.
Come on.
That's Michael Jackson.
He keeps
pretending that he's excited over a woman.
Chris is like going Shimon, like Michael used to say Shimon.
Shimon.
Remember Shimon? If you look in the lyric sheet, it says come on.
Come on.
And so, like, does he use it all the time? Like, Shimon, kid, Shimon, let's go on the road. Shimon. And when he's having sex,
take your clothes off.
I'm going to shum. I mean, what.
Here's
Shimon, don't tell.
Here's more of Michael checking out chicks.
Look at that.
Oh, we got this one.
Check it. That's it.
She looks homeless.
Yeah, that was him going, that's good.
And then finally Michael with Brando.
You're pretty cute in there. I know who you are. Bing bang. Later.
That's it.
That sounds like some clean part to a gay porn film. You look pretty cute in there.
Pretty cute in there.
I know who you are.
Well, that didn't translate well to radio.
Well, you got to see it. It's bizarre.
we tried though for you.
Yeah. What was that?
Clean parts of a porn film.
Hey, we got some audio from that movie. Here it is.
Yeah.
How was that?
That was brilliant.
Sounds like good?
Yeah, they all can't be winners.
Riveting.
Kat, what's going on?
Hey, I learned 3 things today.
Yeah.
Mario can be rugged.
That's right, Kat. Come here for a second.
Dick Van Patten's show should have been called An 8-Ball Is Not Enough.
There you go.
And Angelina Jolie, bad enough she's given money to them as a private citizen, but she's like an honorary ambassador to the UN to Sierra Leone. So she's kind of representing our country.
Yeah, she is a goodwill ambassador, they call it. So is Shirley Temple.
I hope that's like immediately revoked.
All right, thank you, Kat.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
All right, let's go to Cilio. Who's this?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
Hey, not much. Today I learned that Angelina Jolie, that friggin' hua, just bought someone a crop duster.
Oh, God, imagine what you could buy with $1 million.
Thank you, bro. All right, we got to get out of here. Mario Cantone, thank you.
Thank you, Opie.
Yes,
Anthony.
Mario, always a pleasure.
I'll see you again soon.
Caroline's all this weekend. Please call. You won't regret it.
Yeah.
And we'll see a bunch of guys down at the WWF for the final episode of Tough Enough with Al Snow again, okay?
Yeah.
If not, we'll see you on the radio
I'm going to sing
tomorrow.
New York at the WWF.
Thank you.
Pinned.
Thank you.
Don't go to CNN for dick jokes. Don't come here for the news.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
I like it when the show's dirty.
We're on in just New York, I think, right?
Hey, New York. What's
Everyone
up,
else left
man?
us?
Hey.
We have a pair of tickets to see Jane's Addiction at Madison Square Garden on Monday, October 15th. A few tickets still available through all Ticketmaster outlets, but if you want to go for free, give us a call right now. We'll take a random caller at 877-692-1027. Anthony, big fight on the way, huh?
That's right, Trinidad versus Hopkins. Who will be the next undisputed middleweight boxing champion of the world? Find out as Felix Tito Trinidad takes on Bernard Hopkins live on Cablevision pay-per-view. Saturday, September 29th, 9 p.m. from Madison Square Garden. WBA champion Felix Trinidad has a stunning 40-0 record, winning 33 of his fights by knockout. This guy's a pussy. WBC and IBF middleweight champion Bernard Hopkins successfully defended his title 13 times. Only one of these fighters will be the first undisputed middleweight champion since Marvin Hagler. Marvelous Marvin. Remember him? Accomplished this feat in 1987. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. What a trip he was. Don't miss Trinidad versus Hopkins, the fight of the year, live on Cablevision pay-per-view, Saturday, September 29th, 9 p.m. Call Cablevision customer service to order the fight, just $44.95. If you can't catch the fight in person, catch it on Cablevision pay-per-view.